Sandy, listen, the man is just about to say it.
Yeah, let's everybody listen.
The USA Radio Network presents the greatest radio programs of all time.
Henry Aldrich.
Coming, Mother.
The CBS Radio Workshop, dedicated to man's imagination, the theater of the mind.
This is classic radio theater.
Want to get away from it all?
The FBI in Peace and War.
Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
The unexpected.
The unexpected.
The unexpected.
Now here's your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends.
A lot of fun this hour with one of my favorite shows, The Fred Allen Show, and this is, as far as I'm concerned, the absolute best episode ever. As it was originally broadcast on May 26, 1946, 73 years ago today, King for a Day. And we thank you for joining us on this Sunday, the 26th day of May, the 146th day of 2019, 219 days remaining until we get to 2020. An earthquake struck Japan on this date in 1293, 30,000 people killed. The Indian Removal Act passed by Congress on this date in 1830, signed by law by President Jackson 2 days later. The Removal Act paved the way for the reluctant and often forcible emigration of tens of thousands of American Indians to the West, the Trail of Tears. Montana organized as a U.S. territory in 1864. The impeachment trial of President Andrew Johnson ended on this date in 1868, Johnson being found not guilty by one vote. The opening of the first Eiffel Tower elevator to the public on this date in 1889. Can you imagine walking up all those steps as a tourist? Eeh. The House Un-American Activities Committee began its first session on this date in 1938. In 1948, Congress passing Public Law 557, which permanently established the Civil Air Patrol as an auxiliary of the Air Force. It was on this date in 1969 Apollo 10 returned to Earth after a successful 8-day test of all the components needed for the forthcoming manned lunar landing.
How's the view, 10? We have our astute geologists here overlooking the surface, and they'll report a minute. Roger, standing by, over.
Okay, we're just passing from the highlands over into the Murray area, and you can pass on to Jack. We caught a couple of real pretty little volcanoes, there's no doubt about them, and we got a couple of good high-resolution photos, and it still looks kind of brownish gray to us here.
Roger, we copy. Yeah, there was one volcano, or whatever it was, that it was all white on the outside, but definitely black around the top of it. Charlie, it might sound corny, but the view is really out of this world. Roger. We had a couple of comments the back row that I won't repeat.
Some of the audio from the journey of Apollo 10, which returned to Earth on this date in 1969. In Atlantic City on this date in 1978, the first legal casino in the eastern U.S. opened. In 1998, the Supreme Court ruled that Ellis Island, mainly in the state of New Jersey and not New York. The Mars Odyssey found signs of huge water ice deposits on the planet Mars in 2002. In 2004, the New York Times published an admission of journalistic failings, claiming that its flawed report and lack of skepticism towards sources during the build-up to the 2003 war in Iraq helped promote the belief that Iraq possessed large stockpiles of weapons of mass destruction. In 2004, Terry Nichols found guilty of murder charges for helping carry out the Oklahoma City bombing. Passing away on this date in history, former First Lady Ida McKinley, composer Victor Herbert, singer Jimmy Rogers, Edsel Ford, the automobile executive, singer William Powell of the OJs, actor Eddie Albert, Green Acres fame, and a man that we all grew up with, Art Linkletter. This is the birth date of Al Jolson.
After you saw the picture, didn't you kind of wish that you were as young as Larry Parks?
Bing, look. If I was young as Larry Parks, there wouldn't have been anything to make a picture about.
I see what you mean.
Swanee, how I love you, my dear old Swanee. I'd give the world to be among the folks in DIX. I even know my mammy's waiting for me, praying for me down by the Swanee. The folks up north won't see me no more when I get to that Swanee shore.
promoting the Jolson story on the Philco radio time back in 1947 with Bing Crosby. Al Jolson, born on this date in history. Also born on this date, actor Ben Alexander, Jay Silverheels, Tonto, actor Peter Cushing, singer Peggy Lee, James Arness, Matt Dillon on television, musician Miles Davis, astronaut Sally Ride, and John Wayne.
It's the Ringo Kid.
That's right, Buck. Hiya, Curly.
Ringo.
Didn't expect to find the sheriff riding shotgun.
I was heading for Lordsburg, same as you, Ringo.
Well, my horse went lame, so you got another passenger.
I'll take that rifle first, Ringo.
That's so, Sheriff.
You're under arrest for the murder of Jed Michael.
Sorry, Curly, but this Winchester here says different.
Sorry, Ringo, but if you'll look back up the road a piece, you'll see our escort of United States Cavalry coming up.
Oh.
I'll take that rifle now, Ringo.
Sure, Sheriff. But you better hold on to it. You may need it before we get to Lordsburg.
Thanks.
From a Screen Directors Playhouse production of Stagecoach back in 1949, John Wayne, born on this date in history. Stevie Nicks, of Fleetwood Mac fame, 71. Actress Pam Grier is 70. From Miami Vice, Philip Michael Thomas is 70. Hank Williams Jr. is 70. From As the World Turns, Margaret Collin is 61. Jeannie Francis from General Hospital fame is 57. Comedian Bobcat Goldthwait is 57. Musician Lenny Kravitz is 55. Actress Helena Bonham Carter, 53. From South Park, Matt Stone, 48. Singer Lauryn Hill is 44. And from Supernatural, Nikki Acox is 44. Those some of the people who celebrate the 26th day of May as their birthday. And if this happens to be your birthday...
Hi, we're the Four Freshmen, and we just want to say... Happy birthday to you.
The Fred Allen Show from May 26, 1946, 73 years ago today. King for a Day. That comes up in just about 3 minutes here on Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station.
This is a national health alert from the Healthcare Hotline. Are you on Medicare and or have private insurance and suffer from back pain? MD Topical has a solution for you. Today, you can qualify to receive a pain-relieving treatment, such as a comfortable back brace or a customized pain treatment at little or no cost. Call MD Topical toll-free now, 888-998-7225. It just takes a couple of minutes to qualify for these amazing treatments that have helped thousands of people with severe pain. Your personalized pain treatment will be delivered directly to your door. Call MD Topical toll-free, 888-998-7225, 888-998-7225, or go to mdtopical.com and get started on your road to a pain-free life. Call MD Topical toll-free, 888-998-7225, 888-998-7225, 888-998-7225.
Here's a great deal on MyPillow. When you go to MyPillow.com, click on the 2-pack special, type in promo code USA, you'll get 2 MyPillow premium pillows for $69.98. Now that's only $34.99 a pillow. You will not get that price anywhere at retail. It's the lowest price ever offered on radio or TV. And like all MyPillow products, 10-year warranty, 60-day money-back guarantee. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the 2-pack special, use my promo code USA.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-215-5141. 800-215-5141. That's 800-215-5141.
Do you wish you could get better sleep and maybe lose a few pounds? Maybe more than a few pounds? Well, there's this product called Calitrin that helps with both sleep and weight loss. Just listen to what people are saying about it.
I've been taking Calitrin for right about 3 months, and I've lost 24 pounds and 19 overall inches. But my sleep has improved, I have so much more energy, and I have the desire to succeed more than ever. Anyone who needs weight loss, more energy, and better sleep, this product really does deliver.
I'm Roger. Over the 3 months that I took the product,
My sleeping habits are increasingly much better. I got a better night's sleep, and I just can't say enough about the product and how it makes you feel. Also, additionally lost a little bit of weight on the program as well.
Hi, this is Aronson. I take Calitrin for weight loss, and I've lost about 20 pounds, and I feel great.
Calitrin is scientifically proven to help with sleep and weight loss safely and effectively. Check it out at toploss.com. That's toploss.com.
Thanks for listening to Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station. If you're any kind of classic radio fan or know much about the old days of comedy, you know that Fred Allen and Jack Benny had a very, very long-running feud. Well, or at least in story. I think this right here was the peak of the feud. This episode of The Fred Allen Show, May 26, 1946.
Mr. Allen, Mr. Allen.
It isn't one of the old hickory singers, kiddies.
The makers of Bluebonnet Margarine and Tenderleaf Tea present The Fred Allen Show. With Fred's guests, Mary Livingston's husband, Portland Hoffa, Minerva Pius as Mrs. Nussbaum, Alan Reed as Falstaff Openshaw, Parker Fenley as Titus Moody, the DeMarco sisters, and Al Goodman and his orchestra. And until I start tooting the claghorn, my name is Kenny Delmar. Ladies and gentlemen, Shakespeare said, to be or not to be. Benjamin Franklin said, remember, time is money. But for the last 8 months, all I've said is, here he is again, Fred Allen.
Thank you and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And Kenny, I happen to overhear your opening remarks. Lad, if you are unhappy in your work...
Well, how can I be happy, Fred? Every Sunday, what do? I have one line. Here he is again.
Kenny, the man who invented the telephone only had one line when he started.
Yeah, but Fred, I'm not getting any place in radio. It's the same on my other show.
Oh, you're on another...
The Lucky Strike program.
Oh, the Lucky Strike program? What do you do on that?
You know when the man says LSMFT?
Yeah.
Then the tobacco auctioneer says, yatta, sold American.
Uh-huh.
Then a voice says, you bet.
You bet.
Another voice says, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The voice that says, yes, sir, is mine.
You're beaten down on that show, too, huh? Kenny, why don't you give up that other job and just work on our show?
You mean you'll pay me the extra money?
No, Kenny, but I tell you what I shall do. I'll let you add the line you have on the Lucky Strike program to the line you have on our show. Put them together now and see how they sound.
Here he is again. Yes, sir.
How is that?
Well, that's more like it, Fred. Now I've got something to do.
As long as you're happy, Kenny, that's...
Mr. Allen.
Well, Portland, give a word. Well, Portland, pull up an old rejoinder and sit down. What's new?
Mama says President Truman has taken over all the coal mines.
Does your mother need coal?
Yes. Mama's calling up the White House tomorrow and ordering 2 tons.
Oh, that's fine. Do away with the middleman. Go right to the top. Well, if she needs any wood, the president could sit down at the piano and give her a couple of chords, I imagine. Not good. Can I help it? A man crept in here and did something to the script tonight. I won't mention any names.
Mama says the world today is a bowling alley.
The world is a bowling alley?
Every time you turn around, there's a strike.
Well, I'm glad that anything you don't understand, applaud. It's perfectly all right. That's what they do in Hollywood. People come in, just applaud and get warm and go home. I'm glad the trains are running again, Portland.
Yes, if the railroad strike lasted one more week,
yeah,
the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe would have been off the hit parade.
Oh, that would have been terrible. Well, I think I'll run along, Portland. I have to get my magnifying glass and worm a crab apple.
Mama says Friday is your birthday.
That's right.
How old are you?
Nobody knows, Portland. I was born before the Decca Company started, so there weren't any records in those days.
Mama says
Now, don't you laugh. Don't you start laughing. You're going to establish a precedent in here. I want to know about it. Come to me.
Mama says last year when the candles on your birthday cake melted down...
Yeah?
There was enough grease to wax the floor at Roseland.
Oh, I'm not that old, Portland.
Mama says if you were a piece of furniture, you'd be an antique.
Yeah. If I was an antique in radio, I'd be Duncan's other Fife. Well, that's life, I guess, Portland.
Mama says life is like the Australian fig bird.
The Australian fig bird?
It lives on the seeds in figs.
But there aren't any figs in Australia.
The Australian fig bird dies at birth.
And the Australian fig bird has nothing on our jokes, let me tell you. I think we'd better get along to Allen's Alley, Portland.
What is your question tonight?
Well, recently, a Mr. Ralph Slater, a specialist in mental suggestion, made a phonograph record that he guarantees will put any insomniac to sleep. And so our question is, do you have any trouble sleeping? And if you do, what are you doing about it?
Shall we go?
As the dollar dinner said when the glutton sat down, I'll be gone in a minute. It's so good to get back to Allen's Alley, Portland. It's as quiet as an eel coiling in a bucket of whipped cream. Say, I wonder if the senator is in. Let's knock.
Somebody knock.
Yes,
Claghorn's the name, Senator Claghorn, that
now,
is.
Look, I know.
Something tells me you don't remember me, son.
Look, I remember you.
I'm from the South, the Pone and Possum Paradise.
Now, look, Senator.
The only plant life I have around my house is a Virginia creeper.
Now, wait a minute.
Every time I get chicken pox, they're Southern fries.
Senator.
Remember me now, son?
No.
Don't say no in my presence.
Why not?
N.O., that's North abbreviated.
Wait a minute, Senator. What about this sleeping problem?
When I first went to the Senate, I had plenty of trouble sleeping. After the roll was called, I'd put on my sailsucker nightshirt and my linsey woolsey beret.
Yeah?
I'd face the south, lean back, close my eyes.
And go to sleep, huh?
Until some Yankee pigeon plucker would get up, start flapping his lips, and break up my Morpheus filibuster. Filibuster, that is.
Heard you the first time, Senator. Are you still losing sleep, Senator?
No, I've solved my problem, son.
How?
When I'm ready to sleep in the Senate, I sit back and croon myself my southern lullaby.
What is your southern lullaby?
Rock-a-bye, small fry on the cotton tree top. When the southern wind blows, your cradle will rock. When the wind's from the north, I say, baby, you'll bawl. For down will come cradle, tree, and you all.
Well, very good, Senator. So long, Senator. So long, Senator. Well, the Senator stopped just in time. I was dozing off myself. Say, I wonder how Titus Moody is doing.
Howdy, Bob.
You're starting to sound like Dennis Day, Titus. Tell me, Mr. Moody, do you have any trouble sleeping?
I only half sleep.
Half sleep?
I got short eyelids.
With short eyelids, you can't close your eyes, huh?
Only when I frown.
Oh, I see. Well, are you the only one awake on the farm?
No, daylight saving time has got everything in a swivet.
The animals are bewildered?
Yeah, my cow had insomnia.
Your cow didn't sleep at all?
The bags under her eyes were so big, I didn't know which end to milk.
You were confused, eh?
Yeah. First time I milked the wrong end and got 2 buckets full of homogenized tears.
Well, have you cured the cow's insomnia?
I got a book on hypnotizing.
Good.
I stood in front of the cow.
Yeah?
I stared right into her eyes.
Uh-huh.
I started waving with my hands.
Uh-huh.
I said, Alakazam, Alakazam, you ain't a cow, you're a hen.
You're a hen. Well, was your hypnotism a success?
Yeah, today that cow thinks she's a hen.
Well, how do you know?
Well, she's sitting on a nest.
You mean?
She's laying eggnogs. So long,
Let's try this next door here.
No?
Oh, Mrs. Nussbaum.
You are expecting maybe Hoagie Carbuncle.
Tell me, Mrs. N, do you have trouble sleeping?
Who could sleep? Every night with his dreaming, my husband Pierre is waking me up.
He dreams, huh?
Always his different things.
Dreams these different things? How do you mean?
One night, Pierre is dreaming he is the lone stranger.
Yeah?
All night long, he is yelling, Hi-ho, Silver.
Hi-ho, Silver, huh?
Upstairs is living a Mr. Silver.
Yeah?
All night, he is yelling back, Hi-ho, Nussbaum.
I see.
One night, Pierre is dreaming he is an automobile, a roadster.
A roadster?
In his pajamas, Pierre is sleeping with the top down.
Oh. Fine.
Once he is dreaming he is an Alka-Seltzer.
An Alka-Seltzer?
All night, Pierre is fizzing.
Well, no wonder. No wonder you can't sleep.
Last night, he should drop dead.
What happened?
He is dreaming he is a tea kettle.
A tea kettle, huh?
All night long, Pierre is whistling.
Whistling?
In the morning, when he is waking,
Yeah?
in bed with Pierre is 20 dogs.
Well, that brings us to the lavender shanty at the end of the alley. Let's try here.
You knocked 3 times. Do you think that's nice? In my last picture, the postman rang twice.
Falstaff, you have new poems tonight?
Indubitably. Hast heard, said the little bear to the big giraffe, let's eat a hyena just for a laugh?
No.
Or when I called her baby, her face lit up because she had a lantern jaw?
No.
How about this? Mother's home putting spikes in her shoes. She's playing first base for Vera Cruz.
Now, wait a minute, Paul. You exponent of the hackneyed. Tonight we are discussing the problem of sleep.
My poem awaits your bidding.
And what is your shut-eye sonata called?
My recipe for slumber.
How does it go?
If you cannot sleep at night and you don't know what to do, my recipe for slumber is just the thing for you. Don't waste time taking powders. Don't bother counting sheep. Don't dawdle in a hot bath hoping you will sleep. Don't give up drinking coffee. Don't send for any gland man. You can eat and drink all night, and still you'll meet the Sandman. My recipe for slumber is older than the Sphinx. Just cut 20 tiddlies into halves, and you'll get 40 winks.
Well, thank you.
From Friday, May 26, 1946, The Fred Allen Show on Classic Radio Theater. And we thank you for tuning in to this very special program. We'll have the news of the day coming up from 73 years ago and the conclusion of this great episode of The Fred Allen Show with Jack Benny. That'll be coming up in 4 minutes on Classic Radio Theater.
Do you wish you could get better sleep and maybe lose a few pounds? Maybe more than a few pounds? Well, there's this product called Calitrin that helps with both sleep and weight loss. Just listen to what people are saying about it.
I've been taking Calitrin for right about 3 months, and I've lost 24 pounds and 19 overall inches. But my sleep has improved. I have so much more energy, and I have the desire to succeed more than ever. Anyone who needs weight loss, more energy, and better sleep, this product really does deliver.
I'm Roger. Over the 3 months that I took the product, my sleeping habits are increasingly much better. I got a better night's sleep, and I just can't say enough about the product and how it makes you feel. Also, additionally lost a little bit of weight on the program as well.
Hi, this is Aronson. I take Calitrin for weight loss, and I've lost about 20 pounds, and I feel great.
Calitrin is scientifically proven to help with sleep and weight loss safely and effectively. Check it out at toploss.com. That's toploss.com.
You know, one of the great things about getting a good night's sleep, you feel better in the morning. I mean, I don't care who you are. You get a good night's sleep, you feel better in the morning. And one of the ways that you sleep better is getting a great deal. And the best way to sleep better is to get a MyPillow. Well, now we can put the two of them together. You're going to get a great deal if you get the 2-pack special right now from MyPillow. If you go to MyPillow.com, you click on the 2-pack special, you will get 2 MyPillow premium pillows for the lowest price ever offered on radio or on TV. Now, you're going to love this. Just $69.98, $34.99 per pillow. You're not going to see that price anywhere else. You get a great night's sleep and the lowest price ever if you use my promo code USA. Now, when you go to MyPillow.com, the MyPillow Premium Pillow is amazing. It stays cool all night. It keeps its shape. It comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. You try it, you don't like it, return it. A 10-year warranty. And something you can do with no other pillow is you put a MyPillow in the washer, the dryer. It's like new again. You don't end up with a, dryer or washer full of mess. And it's just like new again. You fluff it up and you sleep. It's as good now as it was 2 years ago when I got my first MyPillow. Folks, I can't stress enough. This is the best deal ever on a MyPillow. All you have to do is go to MyPillow.com. You click on the 2-pack special. 2 MyPillow premium pillows for $69.98, $34.99 per pillow. The lowest price ever offered on radio or TV. Go to MyPillow.com. Click on the 2-pack special. Enter my promo code USA. That's the best thing to do. And you can shop around the website. You use that USA promo code. It's good for almost anything on the website. So go to MyPillow.com. Click on the promo code USA and get yourself on your way to the best night's sleep ever.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-215-5141. 800-215-5141. That's 800-215-5141.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station. We're listening to an episode of The Fred Allen Show, as it was originally broadcast on Sunday, May 26th, 1946. In the newspapers of that Sunday, 73 years ago, these were some of the headlines. Dateline Washington, the Army ordered troops into the Kentucky coal fields last night as President Truman and United Mine Workers boss John L. Lewis broke off a tense White House conference without a word to the nation on whether the coal miners will defy the government and resume their strike today. Grim and uncommunicated, Lewis left the White House shortly before 8:30 p.m., and it was clear that no contract had been signed to cover government operations of the mines. That appeared to leave it squarely up to the United Mine Workers' 400,000 miners to decide for themselves whether they'll set aside their traditional no-contract, no-work attitude and return to the pits, or challenge the government to force them back. Meanwhile, A.F. Whitney, a leader in the short-lived railroad strike, declared bitterly yesterday that his Trainmen's Brotherhood will spend all its $47 million Treasury balance if necessary to defeat President Truman for re-election. Whitney told a reporter that Mr. Truman's handling of the two-day strike cost him the support of labor politically, and Truman never will be president again after 1948. Whitney saying he's a political accident anyway and a one-termer. He never would have become president if Franklin Roosevelt hadn't died. Dateline Washington, the government yesterday returned the railroads to private ownership and canceled its strict transportation controls in the wake of the rail strike settlement. Double-barrel move was announced by Director J. Monroe Johnson of the Office of Defense Transportation as management representatives and officials of the two rail brotherhoods, which called off their strike Saturday, signed an agreement assuring peace on the railroads for at least another year. Johnson warned that many of the restrictive transportation orders will be invoked again unless the coal situation improves rapidly. Those reimposed would include the embargo of railroad freight shipments and a reduction in passenger service. Dateline Nanking government troops reported advancing rapidly on the big Manchurian city of Harbin yesterday, but renewal of direct negotiations between government and communist leaders in Nanking led to the prediction of an imminent truce in all of Manchuria. Generalissimo and Madame Chiang Kai-shek were still in Mukden, where they flew Friday to confer with the government generals who were represented as being the most anxious to continue pressing their advantage against the communists before coming to terms. Dateline Bangkok, 800 French troops supported by planes and artillery have invaded Siam from Indochina across the Mekong River 5 miles southeast of Vientiane and are engaged in heavy fighting with combined Siamese police and civilian forces. Dateline Boston, President Daniel L. Marsh of Boston University says members of the United Nations would think more clearly if there was less guzzling of liquor by its members. Saying in an address prepared for baccalaureate exercises at Boston University, a thoughtful person cannot help being distressed at the reports of drunkenness attending diplomatic and international gatherings. No wonder so many of the international conferences turn out to be lost weekends. Dateline Washington, an aroused Senate takes up President Truman's call for emergency labor powers today, and betting in congressional circles last night was that by midweek the nation's recalcitrant labor leaders will be shackled by the harshest anti-strike laws since the birth of the New Deal. With the threat of a new coal strike still hanging over the country on the eve of the debate, senatorial anger running high, and all signs pointed to approval of most, if not all, of the president's demands. Dateline Washington, the Federal Trade Commission last night charged F.W. Fitch Manufacturing Company and F.W. Fitch Company Des Moines with falsely advertising Fitch's dandruff shampoo. It issued a complaint stating that the preparation will not save hair, despite Fitch's slogan, "Don't despair, use your head, save your hair, use Fitch shampoo." FTC said that the advertisements led people to believe that dandruff was an abnormal condition. Dateline Windsor, Connecticut, Francis DeSopo and his son Sandy share the same birthday date, June 29th. Well, today they were sharing the same hospital room following identical operations on the same day. Sandy underwent an appendectomy at 10 a.m. the other day at St. Francis Hospital in Hartford. The father entered the hospital that night. Appendectomy. Though some of the day's top news stories is reported in the newspapers of Sunday, May 26, 1946, on your radio, Fred Allen, which continues now on Classic Radio Theater.
That was just a short order of Who Do You Love, I Hope, played by Maestro Al Goodman and his 40 men who...
This is Studio 6A,
Say, wait a minute,
folks.
wait a minute.
This glass booth is the control room.
Say, just a minute.
That little man with the mildew on him is a vice president.
Say, wait a minute. What is this?
This is a Radio City 60-cent tour. Okay, folks, let's get going. Hey, wait a minute. I got a stowaway here.
A stowaway in a tour?
Only 15 people paid. Now I got 16.
Who would be low enough to sneak into a tour to save 60 cents?
There's the guy. Hey, you.
Who, me? Jack Benny.
Come on,
Jack.
I'm going to get 60 cents out of you.
Take your hand off my spine. Put me down.
Yes, guide. Put Mr. Benny down. I'll give you the 60 cents.
Wait a minute, Fred. Wait a minute. Put that money away.
But, Jack.
I've only seen half the tour.
Well, Jack.
Give him 30 cents.
Here you are, guide.
Thanks. Follow me, folks. Now, on your right is a water cooler.
Well, Fred, it was nice of you to pay that 30 cents.
Oh, it was nothing.
Nothing, he says. 30 cents.
Jack, how can you be so cheap?
All right, go ahead. Be like the other radio comedians. Tell some cheap jokes. Say I'm tighter than the skin on Sidney Greenstreet's hip. I squeeze a nickel so hard the E pluribus laps over the unum. Tell him.
Well, Jack, I didn't...
Oh, start insulting me after I made a special trip up here just to say goodbye before I leave for Hollywood.
Well, Jack,
All of a sudden, I'm cheap. I won't even eat in the sun. My shadow might ask me for a bite.
Your shadow has teeth? Jack, now look. Jack, don't get excited. Look, if you're cheap, you're cheap.
That's the way I look at it. Some people save asparagus ends. It's a hobby. My hobby is not spending.
Well, Jack, if there ever was a time that you and I should not argue, this is the time.
What do you mean this is the time?
Well, haven't you heard? A lot of the radio programs that have been on for many years have been canceled. They'll not be back on the air next fall.
Well, that's radio, Fred. It's dog eat dog. I always say only the fit survive.
Oh, how true. By the way, you finished tonight, didn't you?
Yes, sirree. Tonight was my last show of the season.
Did your sponsor mention anything about your program coming back in October?
Well, no, Fred, but we have a mutual understanding. You see, we always sort of take it for granted.
Oh.
The season ends, the sponsor shakes hands with me, and then we... Yike!
Jack, what's wrong?
Tonight he didn't shake hands.
Well, that's what happened to the street singer. At the end of the year, his sponsor used to wink. One year he didn't wink. The street singer was back in the street.
But, Fred, why should my sponsor want to get rid of me? Well, I'm funnier than I was when I started, and I'm getting less money.
Really?
Some weeks when he's short, I take tobacco. I hate to get these big laughs on your program.
Let's face it, Jack. Radio needs new blood. Who knows? We may be through.
I've been on radio 14 years. They can't throw me aside like an old shoe.
But, Jack...
14 years. And now, like an old shoe.
But, Jack, you with that and yipe. 14 years is a long time.
Fred, what has Ma Perkins got that I haven't got? Only longer commercials. That's it.
Well, Jack, you know how it is in radio. Today you're a star. Tomorrow Ralph Edwards is hitting you in the face with a pie.
Like an old shoe.
Well, cheer up, Jack. At least we have our memories. We've known each other for 30 years.
Yep. The first time I met you, Fred, I was just a kid in school. A diller, a dollar, a 10 o'clock scholar.
You were the only 10 o'clock scholar I ever saw with 5 o'clock shadow.
How I could use some of that fuzz today. I could use a good joke today, too.
The next time we met, we were in vaudeville, remember? You were doing a musical act.
Playing the violin. What a finish I had. When I played Glowworm, my violin lit up.
With those neon strings, it was beautiful.
Fred, remember my encore?
Encore?
Remember I'd put the violin bow in my teeth, bend the crab, and play Listen to the Mockingbird?
And as you bent the crab, 2 mockingbirds flew out of the back of your pants.
I stopped every show.
Except this one. Remember the closing...
This one stopped 5 minutes before I got on it.
With Cash Daly. Remember that week in Needles, Arizona, the closing act, Cohen's Camels?
Cohen's? No, I don't.
The closing act. Jack, how could you forget Cohen's Camel?
Cohen, I remember. My sponsor told me to forget that other word.
Those were the happy days. The next time I saw you, you were just going into radio.
I remember the morning Marconi called me up. Marconi and Singing Sam had a little radio station in a doorway down on the east side. The antenna was a Western Union boy holding a wire.
Well, I guess
it's... jokes don't fit.
No, they don't.
The antenna. When did I ever say antenna on my own show? Go ahead, Fred.
Well, it's all over, Jack. We've come to the end of the rainbow.
Like an old shoe.
There it is again.
And on 10 minutes already, I've only had it's an old shoe. Oh, I forgot antenna.
Yeah. You ought to get a boot out of that old shoe by now.
No, I'm sorry I brought it back in again. It seems like only yesterday I ran into the maid company and said, Mary, stop demonstrating that Brillo. That's another word I don't know.
It goes on top of an antenna. A Brillo fits on an antenna. Cheer up, Jack. When you're retired, you can tune in on my program.
Your program? You mean you're not getting thrown out of radio, too?
Well, why should I?
Listen, if my program is old stuff, you with that broken-down Allen's Alley.
No, well, wait, I mean my new show.
New show?
People don't want entertainment today. A radio show has to give away things. Nylons, ice boxes, automobiles.
You mean To stay on the air, you have to give things away? Free?
Yes.
I'll die first.
Well, not me. I'm auditioning my new program tonight.
And Fred, you're giving things away?
Tons of stuff.
To strangers?
What's the difference? Who gets it?
Well, Fred, as long as I'm here in the studio...
Well, no, I'm sorry, Jack. Professional people cannot participate. It's a rule.
But don't you ever find people on these programs changing their names to get something for nothing?
Well, occasionally we do catch a phony, but we're on the air. What can we do?
Nothing. You have to give them the merchandise?
That's right.
Mr. Allen, we're ready for your audition.
I'll run along, Fred. So long.
So long, Jack.
Giving away things for nothing.
The conclusion of the Fred Allen Show, May 26, 1946, in 3 minutes on Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station.
Balance of Nature's fruit and veggie capsules contain 100% fine-ripened fruits and vegetables, tested pure with no pesticides, fillers, or additives of any kind, and are the most effective whole food supplements on the market today. You might ask, how can over 10 servings of 31 different fruits and vegetables fit into 6 vegetarian capsules? Fruits and vegetables are on an average 85% water. Balance of Nature uses cold vacuum technology to remove the water, leaving only the whole food. We don't use any heat, air, or light drying methods that damage nutrients. Our cold vacuum technology maintains 99% of the fresh fruits and vegetables' original nutritional value. Along with diet and exercise, Mother Nature provides fruits and vegetables to help us maintain good health.
To order, go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751. That's 1-800-246-8751 and use discount code USA.
If you enjoy our Classic Radio Theater broadcasts and want to start building a collection of your own, go to classicradio.stream. That's classicradio.stream. There you'll find links to great classic radio collections on CD, along with links to great reading on classic radio, plus Classic Radio Theater on demand. Check out our webpage, available now at classicradio.stream. That's classicradio.stream. And enjoy.
Hi, this is Kyle Horvath with the White Pine County Tourism and Recreation Board. If you want to get away from the big cities and get back to nature this summer, give us a call at 775-289-3720 or visit us online at elinevada.net. There's so much to do and see I can't mention it in 30 seconds, but check out our website and you'll see what Nevada is really all about. elinevada.net or follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Give us a call at 775-289-3720 or visit us online at elinevada.net.
So you sit down and do your budget, and you look at all your monthly costs and your bills and your income, and it seems like there's never quite enough. You know what would really help? Finding $500 a month to help balance things out. That is the typical savings, $500 a month for a family when you switch to MediShare for your health care. And when it comes to healthcare sharing ministries, MediShare is really the gold standard. It's been around for 25 years and has more than 400,000 members. It's been around so long and grown so much because it works. And whether you're single or married or have kids, this could make sitting down to do a monthly budget a lot more fun. $500 a month can more than cover a car payment or pay back loans, whatever. So join MediShare and go out to dinner to celebrate. Here's the number to call. They are incredibly kind and helpful to talk to. 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
Thanks for tuning in on this Sunday edition of Classic Radio Theater. Now the conclusion of the Fred Allen Show, May 26, 1946.
Well, all right, Mr. Goodman, let's try out my new show.
How would you like to be king for a day? And here he is, the man who will change one of you nobodies into king for a day, the old kingmaker himself, Fred Allen.
Thank you. Thank you. And good evening. Did all you folks in the audience like those $1,000 bills you found on your seats when you came in? Good. And if you want more, there'll be a big bag of money at the door. On your way out, help yourselves. But the stage is loaded with hundreds of presents for the first man to answer our jumbo jackpot question. He will be king for a day. And here is our first eager contestant. Good evening, sir. What is your name?
Abner Flog.
Mr. Flog? How old are you?
I'm 98.
98 years old.
And don't pin no orchid onto me.
No orchid, eh?
That's how I lost my wife.
On a quiz program?
Yeah. My wife was 102. A fella pinned an orchid onto her.
I see.
The weight of the orchid bent my wife over and snapped her spine.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, my wife won first prize, but she never knew it.
Well, all right, Mr. Flogg. Now for our question. You may be king for a day.
I don't think I'll last through the day.
All right, we'll hurry. Tell me, who was the 6th president of the United States?
The 6th?
There were 3 names.
Mary Margaret McBride?
Oh, I'm awfully sorry, Mr. Flogg. But for making such a swell try, here is a gift certificate presented at LaGuardia Airfield, and you will get a brand new B-29 and a polka dot form-fitting parachute. Happy landings, Mr. Flogg. And here is our next potential king for a day. Your name, sir?
Myron Proudfoot.
Myron Proudfoot? You look like a chap I know.
I'm not interested in your friends. Start giving things away, brother.
What is your occupation, Mr. Proudfoot?
I'm a chaplain in a bakery.
What does a chaplain do in a bakery?
I put wings on angel cakes.
How long have you been in the cake business, Mr. Proudfoot?
Long enough to know a crumb when I see one. And I see one.
Now, don't get sarcastic, Mr. Proudleg.
The name is Proudfoot, and make with the question.
All right. Who was the 6th president of the United States?
John Quincy Adams.
John Quincy Adams is correct, and Mr. Myron Proudfoot is king for a day. Folks, here he is, King Proudfoot. Well, Your Majesty, how do you feel?
Never mind how I feel. What do I get?
Well, First, for His Majesty from Schnook Sport Nook, a genuine no-splash, beaver-board canoe paddle.
Here a canoe paddle? Oh, boy!
And with the compliments of Tiffany's, this chromium pitchfork.
King
for a day.
A 4-prunger, and it's all mine.
And from Hemingway's hardware store, 200 pounds of self-hardening putty for King for a day.
Just what I needed. Just what I needed.
This is just the beginning, King. King, you are over 35.
By 2 years.
Fine. That's jumbo cotton, Uncle Jim, for His Majesty. He is over...
Epi, that's yipe backwards.
And here, the piston rod from a genuine Baldwin locomotive for His Majesty the King. A small locomotive. And here, from Melody Lane Music Shop, this case of 2,000 soybean mandolin picks. These are the mandolins.
I just keep pinching myself to believe it.
Immediately after this program, Your Majesty will be guest of honor at a banquet at Hamburger Heaven. Tomorrow morning, through the courtesy of the Sanitation Department, you will be guest conductor on the 11.5 garbage run through the Bronx. At night, in your ermine robe, you will be whisked by bicycle to Orange, New Jersey, where you will be the judge in a chicken cleaning contest.
I'm king for a day.
And that's not all.
There's more?
Yes, we are going to start right now to make you look like a king. Sam of Sam's Super Shoe Shine Stand is here to brush your shoes. All right, Sam.
Sam, watch out for the button.
Next, the president of the Busy Bee Hat Cleaners is here to block your hat. Take the king's hat, Mr. Bumble.
And change the newspaper in the hat band.
Your suit is a little baggy, King. Boys, take His Majesty's coat off. Wait. On our stage, we have a Hoffman pressing machine.
Now, wait a minute.
An expert operating the Hoffman pressing machine will press your trousers.
Now, wait!
Take His Majesty's pants off, boys. Keep your shirt on, King.
You bet I'll keep my shirt on.
We're a little late, folks. Tune in again.
Come on,
next
Alan,
week.
give me my pants.
Quiet, King.
Alan, listen to Frank. Where are my pants?
Denny, for 15 years I've been waiting to catch you like
Alan,
this.
you haven't seen the end of me.
It won't be long now.
I want my pants.
Well, if you don't know what day today is,
Today is the day to get out the tall glasses. The iced tea season is here. Time to enjoy iced tender leaf tea, one of summer's main attractions.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
Yep, they ran right out of time on that program. And by the way, in case you're wondering why the crowd was howling, they actually removed Jack Benny's pants. And, big red letters on his boxers. LSMFT. If you know what that stands for, you're right on top of it. Our website, classicradio.stream. That's classicradio.stream, where you can stream Classic Radio Theater podcasts. You can also learn more about collecting classic radio programs and contact me directly. That's classicradio.stream. Our podcasts are available through iTunes, Spreaker, the iHeartRadio app, even Spotify. Just search for USA Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox. Thanks for listening. Thank this station. Support the advertisers. Tell a friend the great radio shows are back. Classic Radio Theater here on your favorite station and the USA Radio Network.
The USA Radio Network presents the greatest radio programs of all time.
Jack Benny Program.
Look, Bud, I said your money or your life. I'm thinking it over.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Straighten up that closet one of these days.
This is Classic Radio Theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
The Bob Hope Show, transcribed direct from Hollywood.
Well, hello. Come right in. Oh, George, we've got company.
From Hollywood, the George Burns and Gracie Allen Show.
Now here's your host, Wyatt Cox.
Comedy with an episode of The Great Gildersleeve from May 26, 1946, as Gildersleeve meets Leila Ransome.
Gildersleeve this evening is in a reflective mood. Seated alone in the porch swing after dark, he glides slowly back and forth, watching the fireflies flitting over the lawn, breathing the soft night air and the scent of wisteria blossoms and the aroma of a good 15-cent panatella. Through his head there runs a tune.
Tender words of love. La-dee-da-da-dee, I implore you. Love. I remember the first time I ever fell in love. Well, not the first time, don't be ridiculous. But it was during the early days of the war. And it happened right here on this lawn. I guess it must have been love at first sight. I remember I was over on the other side there, clipping the hedge one day, and Leroy was watching a moving van that was pulling up in front of the house next door. Leroy? Leroy!
What?
Come here a minute.
You want me, Unc?
Don't bother those men now. Keep out of that truck.
I'm not bothering him, Unc. I was just asking him who's moving in there, that's all.
Well, it's none of your business.
Why not?
Because it's not polite to snoop, that's why.
Okay.
The sooner you learn that, the better.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
What?
What'd you find out?
Oh, some dame's moving in.
Not a dame, Leroy, a lady.
Okay, a lady.
Wait a minute. What's her name?
I don't know.
You didn't ask?
No. You want me to?
No. It's no affair of ours. Makes no difference anyway. Is she a young woman?
I don't know. I didn't ask that either. You want me to go back?
No. I was just asking. I don't care one way or another. Means nothing to me, for heaven's sake. Just seems a little strange if you didn't find out what her name was, that's all.
Well, I can go back there and ask the guy.
No. I don't want you to do that. That'd be prying into other people's affairs. You've done enough of that already. But I think you should learn, my boy, that whatever is worth doing at all is worth doing well.
Okay, I'll go ask the guy.
Oh, well. That boy. I've got to take him in hand.
Hi, Uncle Mort.
Oh, hello, Marjorie.
Clipping the hedge?
That's a silly question, my dear. What does it look as if I were doing?
It looks as if you were clipping the hedge.
Bright girl.
But it was clipped only yesterday.
Huh? Oh. Well, there are a few shoots here. Hedge grows very quickly this time of year, you know. Terrible thing if you let it get ahead of you.
You're taking no chances. Who are the new neighbors?
Who? Oh, the neighbors. I just sent Leroy. I was unable to stop Leroy from going over and finding out.
Hey, Alan!
Does he have to shout? Yes, Leroy. What is it?
Her name's Ransom. She's a widow.
I don't know what you're talking about, Leroy. You want to speak to me? Come over here. That darn kid, doesn't he know better than to go yelling all over the neighborhood? Gee, a widow.
He says she comes from Savannah.
Leroy!
Coming on.
Come on, in the house, everybody. We can't stand out here staring.
But what about the hedge, Uncle Mort?
What about it?
You think it's all right to let it go another day?
Certainly.
You don't think it'll grow so high we won't be able to see next door?
Inside, Marjorie, inside. Leroy, get away from that window. I told you not to stand there staring.
Yeah, but you should see what they're bringing in now, Unc.
Huh? What is it?
I don't know what it is, but boy, you better come over here and take a look.
Oh, well, just a quick one. I'm very busy.
Oh, I know what that is.
You too, Bertie?
Oh, I know what that is. That's a chaise lounge. I've seen them in the movies.
Well, pretty fancy.
They've carted more high-class furniture into that house.
Well, you peeping Tom still at it?
Who's peeping?
Miss Margie, come here quick. Look at the dressing table that man's carrying in there. Ain't that gorgeous?
Well,
did you ever see so many pink ruffles?
It's a little overdone, if you ask me.
What's overdone about it? I like a little nonsense here and there. In the right place.
Oh, it's all right if you happen to care for that type of thing.
Well, now, I don't think it's fair to judge a woman by her ruffles.
Well, who's judging her? I haven't even seen her.
The truck driver says she's a Lollapalooza.
Leroy, come away from there.
Here she comes now, I bet.
Look, Unc, there's a taxi pulling up in front of the house.
Huh?
See, the driver's getting out to open the door for her.
Oh?
Now she's paying him.
Well.
She'll be getting out any minute.
Don't push, Uncle Mort.
There she is.
Oh, baby.
Leroy, I want you to spend less time around that bus depot hereafter. Tell me he's reading comic books. See, what's that she's carrying? It's not a... Yes, by George, it is.
Not a parasol. Not in 1942.
Don't knock parasols, my dear. Some of the happiest moments of my life have been spent under parasols, and my life is not over. Where's my air raid helmet? Where's my gas mask? Where's my armband?
Where's the fire?
Never mind. Where's that helmet? Leroy, have you been playing commando again?
I never touched your helmet.
All right, then, help me find it.
As soon as anybody's helmet disappears, I took it. What about Marge?
Marge, you've been growing ivy in it?
Now, why would I want to grow ivy in a helmet, Uncle Mort?
I don't know. You've been growing it and everything else around here. Come on, kids, help me find my equipment, will you?
You know, you really ought to have a special place for it and just keep it there, Uncle Mort.
I have.
Well?
But I can't remember the place.
Boy, you'd make a great fireman, Unc. The house would burn down before you found your pants.
All right, Leroy, you just go right on.
Clang, clang. Oh, where's the fire? Where are my pants? Where's the brass pole? Where am
I? All right, Leroy, that's very funny, but it isn't finding my... Oh, here it is.
Say, where you going, Unc?
Never mind. Slip that armband on for me, will you, my dear?
Can I go?
No, you may not.
Why not?
Because...
No kidding, Unc. Where are you going?
I can't tell you, Leroy. It's a military secret.
There's no blackout tonight.
Leroy, Uncle Mort is having a private alert.
Yeah, huh?
He has to take care of the widows and orphans, so don't bother him.
Yes, yes.
Don't forget your flashlight, Uncle Mort.
Oh, yes. We got everything. Armband, flashlight.
Smelling salts?
Oh, my helmet.
Are you sure you're going to want that?
Certainly. Why?
You'll never get it under a parasol.
Oh, is that so? Give me 1 dozen roses. heart in beside them and send them to the one.
Yes?
Mrs. Ransome, allow me to present myself. Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve, your air raid warden. At your service.
Well, how nice.
I just want you to know, Mrs. Ransome, that you can count on me in a blackout.
Oh, why, Mr. Gildersleeve. Come in, won't you? Come right in.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Ransome. I mustn't stay but a minute, though.
You know something, Mr. Gildersleeve.
What's that?
I reckon it's silly of me, but here I am all alone in this big old house, and when I opened the door just now and saw you standing there, I was just scared to death. You look so big and military.
You ought to see me in my gas mask.
Oh, I'll bet you look even handsomer.
You probably say that to all the air raid wardens.
No, I always just say the first thing that comes into my pretty head. Oh, but mercy, I mustn't keep you standing here. Step into the parlor, won't you? Just toss your hat on the table there.
My hat? Oh, thank you. I forgot I was wearing my helmet.
Oh, that's perfectly all right. I hope you'll forgive the way the house looks, Mr. Gildersleeve.
I'm afraid this is a bad time to call, Mrs. Ransome, but as your air raid warden, I felt it was my duty to stop by and check your defenses.
My defenses?
Against incendiaries.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, I'm afraid I'm practically defenseless because here I am all alone in this big old house in a strange town where I don't know a soul. And if one of those nasty old incendiaries was to drop in here right now, I just don't know what I'd do.
Well, that's what we're here for, Mrs. Ransome. In any emergency, just call on me. Only too glad to run over.
You mean that, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Oh, absolutely. Anytime, day or night. I live right next door. I can be over here with the sand and shovel and the fine spray and the stuff in half a minute. But I think perhaps I'd better run along now, Mrs. Ransome, and come back another day if there's nothing I can do.
Well, there is just one thing, Mr. Gildersleeve, if it's not asking too much.
Oh, not at all.
I reckon maybe I shouldn't ask it of you because it's so heavy a man would have to be pretty powerful.
Oh, can't be too heavy for me. Lead me to it.
Well, it's that high boy there.
Oh?
But I'm afraid it would take two men to move it, really.
Oh, that's easy. Where do you want it?
Well, I kind of thought it would look better down at the other end of the room, don't you?
Well, we'll soon see.
Don't strain yourself now.
What's in this?
Oh, well, it's full of perfectly priceless old linens that belonged to my grandmother Beecham.
You sure she's not in it?
Oh, Mr. Gildersleeve, I do declare you say the most priceless thing.
They put plenty of stuff in these old linens.
Oh, it's moving.
Yes?
Oh, my, you're so strong.
Oh, it's nothing. Nothing at all. Once more now. There you are.
Mr. Gildersleeve, I don't know how I can ever thank you.
Why, it's a pleasure, Mrs. Ransome. Well?
Oh, before you go, there's just one more thing.
Grandma Beecham again?
No, but the movers left all the upstairs furniture down here. I don't know what they were thinking of.
I know what they were thinking of. Well, where do we start?
Just a minute.
What?
Before you do that.
Yeah?
Yes, I'm sure of it. Now that I see it here, I think the high boy looked better where it was before.
Oh, brother, this is going to be one of my bad days.
We're going to hear more of the great man's reminiscences in just a few moments, but
we take a brief pause for the cause from May 26, 1946. Harold Perry's The Great Gildersleeve. We continue in 3 minutes on Classic Radio Theater.
Do you wish you could get better sleep and maybe lose a few pounds? Maybe more than a few pounds? Well, there's this product called Calitrin that helps with both sleep and weight loss. Just listen to what people are saying about it.
I've been taking Calitrin for right about 3 months, and I've lost 24 pounds and 19 overall inches. But my sleep has improved. I have so much more energy, and I have the desire to succeed more than ever. Anyone who needs weight loss, more energy, and better sleep, this product really does deliver.
I'm Roger. Over the 3 months that I took the product, my sleeping habits are increasingly much better. I got a better night's sleep, and I just can't say enough about the product and how it makes you feel. Also, additionally lost a little bit of weight on the program as well.
Hi, this is Aronson. I take Calitrin for weight loss, and I've lost about 20 pounds, and I feel great.
Calitrin is scientifically proven to help with sleep and weight loss safely and effectively. Check it out at toploss.com. That's toploss.com.
Summer is just about here, and you know you're trying to get in shape. There's nothing more key to getting in shape and recovering from your workouts than getting deep restorative sleep, and the best way to get it is with MyPillow. Now, the offer we have right now is one of the best you've ever seen. When you go to MyPillow.com, click on the 2-pack special, type in promo code USA, you'll get 2 MyPillow premium pillows for just $69.98, $34.99 per pillow, the lowest price ever offered on radio or TV, and better than you'll find in almost any store. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the 2-pack special to get 2 MyPillow premium pillows for $34.95 per pillow, the lowest price ever offered. Go to MyPillow.com, enter promo code USA, or call 1-800-951-8175 to get this great offer, a great night's sleep just in time for summer with MyPillow.
So you sit down and do your budget, and you look at all your monthly costs and your bills and your income, and it seems like there's never quite enough. You know what would really help? Finding $500 a month to help balance things out. That is the typical savings, $500 a month for a family when you switch to MediShare for your health care. And when it comes to healthcare sharing ministries, MediShare is really the gold standard. It's been around for 25 years and has more than 400,000 members. It's been around so long and grown so much because it works. And whether you're single or married or have kids, this could make sitting down to do a monthly budget a lot more fun. $500 a month can more than cover a car payment or pay back loans, whatever. So join MediShare and go out to dinner to celebrate. Here's the number to call. They are incredibly kind and helpful to talk to. 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
Thanks for tuning in to Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station. From May 26, 1946, The Great Gildersleeve.
Now back to the Great Gildersleeve, his hammock, and his memories.
Well, it's like the fellow says. The course of true love never did run smooth. And with Leila, well, back in those days, she couldn't seem to settle down, make up her mind. There were always other fellows hanging around. And she'd look at them with those big blue eyes. Well, I finally told her it was them or me. After that, we didn't speak for a while. I remember sitting here on the porch one evening, and it was hot, and I'd phoned the drugstore for some aspirin and a quart of ice cream. I was just planning to sit here and eat it all by myself. Marjorie was running around with Ben Waterford even in those days, and out she came, all dressed up. Well, all ready for the dance?
Don't I look it?
You never looked lovelier, my dear. What have you done to yourself?
Oh, I've changed my hair. I've changed everything. I changed my type. Mrs. Ransome helped me.
Mrs. Ransome? Oh, I think you've got too much lipstick on.
Well, the evening's young yet.
Marjorie, that's not like you.
You better get used to it, Uncle Mort. That's the new me. I'm through being a mouse.
What do you mean by that?
Ben's taking me to the dance tonight, and this time I'm going to see that he doesn't get away.
Oh, Mrs. Ransome again.
Maybe.
Listen, my dear, do you want to grow up to be just a girl that men forget?
Have you forgotten Mrs. Ransome?
That's neither here nor there. Marjorie, I don't know how to say this to you, but you're getting to be a big girl now. Well, I've tried to be a mother to you. I mean a father. And I guess it's high time somebody took you aside.
Uncle Mort, it's high time somebody took you aside.
Huh?
You're acting like a 2-year-old. You're so silly. Here you sit, eating your heart out.
Eating whose heart out?
And there's Mrs. Ransome over there. She'd love to have you take her to the dance. Why don't you do it?
Just because she'd love to have me do it.
Oh, man.
No, my dear, don't you worry about Mrs. Ransome and me. That's all over. I'll just spend the evening alone with my thoughts here. You go ahead and have a good time. Don't mind me.
You make it sound so sad. Aesop, go away. Get down. Uncle Mort.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
If he tears these stockings, it's the last pair I've got.
Aesop. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Come here, you. There. Now, you stay here with me. Aesop will stay with me if nobody else will. Won't you, Aesop? Yeah.
Oh, my goodness, here comes Ben.
Oh, my goodness. That's what you've been waiting for, isn't it?
Tell him I'll be out in 5 minutes.
Where are you going? He's here right now. That girl. She said to tell you, Ben, she'll be out in 5 minutes.
Where have I heard that before? Hi, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Hello, Ben. Nice evening.
Yeah. Nice evening.
Nice moon out.
Yeah. Nice moon.
Hi, Ben.
Hi there.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I just this minute got out of the tub.
Oh, isn't that terrible?
Well, take your time. I'll wait.
Oops, sorry, Uncle.
That's all right, Leroy. Slam the door if you want to. I don't care. Where are you going?
Over to Piggy's for a while. I won't stay out late, Unc. I'll be back early.
Well, have a good time, my boy.
I sure will. Hi, Ben. How's the kid?
Okay. Hey, just climb in, Leroy. We'll drive you over. Where's your sister?
She's coming.
You.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Marge.
Good night, Uncle Mort.
Oh, good night. That was a quick bath. Are you sure you're dry?
No, it's I wish you were coming with us.
No, I'm afraid my dancing days are over, my dear. But go ahead and have a good time, and don't think about me. I'll just sit here.
You're not going to just brood about Mrs. Ransome all evening.
No, I may have a cigar if I feel up to it.
Well, good night. Come on, Ben.
Okay. Night, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Good night, my children.
Come on, good night.
Youth. Oh, Leila. Who's that? Is that you, Judge?
Hello, Gildy.
Wait a minute. What's your hurry? Come up on the porch. Have a cigar, Judge.
No, I can't stop, thank you. I've got to get home and dress, and then I have a bar association meeting.
Bar association. Sitting around with a bunch of stuffed shirts talking about whereas. I've got some ice cream coming later.
Thank you, Gildy, but I better not. I had crab for dinner. There's something about crabs and ice cream.
All right, you old goat. Go on, go to the bar association.
Night, Gildy.
Yes. I'm alone. Leila's alone. Maybe I ought to... No, by George, I won't.
I'm taking the back door key, Mr. Gildersleeve, because don't know what time I'll be getting in.
What? You going out too, Bertie?
Yes, I'm stepping out with one of my old reliables.
Have a good time.
Yes, I will.
Everybody have a good time.
Good evening, Miss Peavy.
Yeah, good evening, Bertie.
Well, hello, Peavy.
Hello, Miss Gildersleeve. I brought your aspirin and your ice cream. The boy wasn't around, and I had to pass here anyway.
Well, that was nice of you. Don't really need the aspirin now, Peavy, but nevertheless. Will you join me in a little ice cream?
No, thank you. I'll have to be getting along.
Hot night, Peavy. Plenty for both of us.
To tell you the truth, Mr. Gildersleeve, I've sold so much ice cream I can't stand the sight of it, and that's a fact. Yeah. Who plays the piano?
Oh, new neighbor next door. Think her name's Ransome or something.
Oh, Mrs. Ransome. She was in the pharmacy the other day. She bought some cold cream, as I remember it, and something else. I guess it was a back brush. Nice woman.
Kind of a flashy type, though.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
I always wonder if there was anything that Peavy would say. May 26, 1946, Harold Perry as the Great Gildersleeve. I'm Wyatt Cox. You're listening to Classic Radio Theater. The conclusion of the Great Gildersleeve comes up in 4 minutes here on your favorite station.
Do you wish you could get better sleep and maybe lose a few pounds? Maybe more than a few pounds? Well, there's this product called Calitrin that helps with both sleep and weight loss. Just listen to what people are saying about it.
I've been taking Calitrin for right about 3 months, and I've lost 24 pounds and 19 overall inches. But my sleep has improved, I have so much more energy, and I have the desire to succeed more than ever. Anyone who needs weight loss, more energy, and better sleep, this product really does deliver.
Hi, I'm Roger. Over the 3 months that I took the product, my sleeping habits are increasingly much better. I got a better night's sleep, and I just can't say enough about the product and how it makes you feel. Also, additionally lost a little bit of weight on the program as well.
Hi, this is Aronson. I take Calitrin for weight loss, and I've lost about 20 pounds, and I feel great.
Calitrin is scientifically proven to help with sleep and weight loss safely and effectively. Check it out at toploss.com. That's toploss.com.
You know, one of the great things about getting a good night's sleep, you feel better in the morning. I mean, I don't care who you are. You get a good night's sleep, you feel better in the morning. And one of the ways that you sleep better is getting a great deal. And the best way to sleep better is to get a MyPillow. Well, now we can put the two of them together. You're going to get a great deal if you get the 2-pack special right now from MyPillow. If you go to MyPillow.com, you click on the 2-pack special, you will get 2 MyPillow premium pillows for the lowest price ever offered on radio or on TV. Now, you're going to love this. Just $69.98, $34.99 per pillow. You're not going to see that price anywhere else. You get a great night's sleep and the lowest price ever if you use my promo code USA. Now, when you go to MyPillow.com, the MyPillow Premium Pillow is amazing. It stays cool all night. It keeps its shape. It comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. You try it, you don't like it, return it. A 10-year warranty. And something you can do with no other pillow is you put a MyPillow in the washer, the dryer. It's like new again. You don't end up with a, dryer or washer full of mess. And it's just like new again. You fluff it up and you sleep. It's as good now as it was 2 years ago when I got my first MyPillow. Folks, I can't stress enough. This is the best deal ever on a MyPillow. All you have to do is go to MyPillow.com. You click on the 2-pack special. 2 MyPillow premium pillows for $69.98, $34.99 per pillow. The lowest price ever offered on radio or TV. Go to MyPillow.com. Click on the 2-pack special. Enter my promo code USA. That's the best thing to do. And you can shop around the website. You use that USA promo code. It's good for almost anything on the website. So go to MyPillow.com. Click on the promo code USA and get yourself on your way to the best night's sleep ever.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-215-5141. 800-215-5141. That's 800-215-5141.
Thanks for tuning in to Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station. Now the conclusion of The Great Gildersleeve, starring Harold Perry, from May 26, 1946.
Well preserved, you might say. I thought she seemed real nice.
You don't know women, Peavy.
No, I wouldn't say that either. I married one of them. I've been married to her for 20 years or more.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, we have our little differences, of course, like everybody else, but on the whole, well, the answer is she's waiting right now for me to come home and play Chinese checkers with her. So I better be getting along.
Well, what's your hurry, Peavy? I'm all alone here. I'd like to have you stay and have a smoke.
I'd like to, Mr. Gildersleeve, but wife's got to have her Chinese checkers on Saturday night. Oh, you better put that cream in the icebox unless you're going to eat it right away. Good night.
Yeah, good night, Peavy. Enjoy your game. Oh, you're coming around now, are you, Aesop? Like a little ice cream, I suppose. Yes, well, you deserve it, my son. You're a better friend than some of the people I could name. Yes, Aesop. Looks like just you and me this evening. Yeah. Good old Aesop. Uh-oh, lady friend. Now, Aesop, keep your shirt on. Aesop, ice cream. Ice cream, Aesop. Aesop, come back here. Oh. You too, eh? Well. Go on, have a good time. Everybody have a good time, darn it. Yeah, her again. Yeah, that's a nice old song. Lover, come back to me. Ooh, wonder if she means that. She's certainly putting her heart into it. Gildy, old man, maybe you have been too hard on that poor little widow. Oh, the poor kid. I can just see her over there with her head on the piano, crying her eyes out. And I've done it to her. I can't stand this. I've got to do something.
My Throckmorton, my gallant air raid warden. Oh, I'm so glad you came. I want to tell you I've just had the most frightful experience.
Oh, what was it?
Well, I was playing the piano just now.
Yes, I heard your rendition.
And all of a sudden, what should come bounding through the house but a great big old tomcat?
Tomcat? Uh-oh, Aesop.
Well, I can't imagine how he got in, but he was after my little bitty old Beulah cat. Well, he jumped up and he chased her right across the piano.
Oh, that's what that was.
I want to tell you, I was just scared to death. If I ever catch that mean old cat hanging around here again, I'm going to call up the society.
You just call me, Mrs. Ransome. I'll protect you.
Oh, thank you, Throckmorton. My poor little Beulah thanks you, too. I guess it's just a case of love me, love my cat. Oh, but goodness, who said anything about love? Come in and sit down, won't you?
I brought you some ice cream.
Did you? Oh, Throckmorton, I declare you're the most thoughtful man. Always bringing me little things.
Well, I'm afraid maybe it's not as cold as it was, though. We'll see. Oop, it's leaking. It's soup. Oh.
Oh!
Get something quick.
All over your trousers.
Never mind that. It's running down my shoe. It's cold. Quick.
Oh, dear. Would an ice tray do any good?
No, there's a whole quart of it. Quick, it's falling apart. Uh-oh, here it goes.
Fireplace.
Oh, what a mess. Peavy will answer to me for this.
Oh, never mind, Throckmorton. It's the thought behind it that counts, and the thought was lovely.
What thought?
Just to know that you were thinking of me when you bought it. That's worth more to me than all the ice cream in the world.
Leila, there's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Let's go somewhere where the asking is nicer. Come into the garden, won't you?
Yeah, the garden.
Oh, excuse me.
Why, Judge!
This is an unexpected pleasure.
Unexpected.
Gildy, what are you doing hanging around here?
I thought you were going to the Bar Association.
That's what you thought. I thought that I'd invite Mrs. Ransome down at the corner for an ice cream soda.
She's already...
Oh, lovely. Let's all go. I think that would be such fun.
Yeah.
Are you sure a soda won't unsettle your stomach, Judge?
Oh, now, Throckmorton. Come on, shall we?
All right, but if we go, I pay for the sodas.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, yes, I do.
But I insist.
But I insist.
Boys, please don't fight over me.
There's just one way to settle this, Hooker.
Oh, no.
What's that, Gildersleeve?
We'll pitch pennies.
Oh, no. Not in my house, gentlemen. My father was always opposed to gambling.
Well, then we'll let Mrs. Ransome decide.
All right.
Oh, dear, this is so difficult. You're both lovely boys. But if you insist...
Which is it? Who pays for the sodas?
Throckmorton.
Yeah.
Oh, shucks.
I get to pay.
Every now and then, the Great Gildersleeve has an adventure which you folks seem to enjoy so much that you write and tell us we'd like to hear it again. So we're devoting the last 3 weeks of our season to recalling some of the great man's early escapades. We hope you'll enjoy them.
Don't worry about me. Next week, Eve Goodwin. Hee-hee. Oh, and one more thing. This is Buddy Poppy Week. A Buddy Poppy is a mighty fine way to dress up your lapel for a mighty fine cause. Be sure you wear one. Good night, everyone.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Harold Perry. It was written by John Whedon and Sam Moore. The music is by Jack Meakin. This is John Lang speaking for the Kraft Foods Company and inviting you to listen in again next week for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
From Sunday, May 26, 1946, Harold Perry, The Great Gildersleeve on Classic Radio Theater.
This is a national health alert from the Healthcare Hotline. Are you on Medicare and or have private insurance and suffer from back pain? MD Topical has a solution for you. Today, you can qualify to receive a pain-relieving treatment, such as a comfortable back brace or a customized pain treatment at little or no cost. Call MD Topical toll-free now, 877-875-5909. It just takes a couple of minutes to qualify for these amazing treatments that have helped thousands of people with severe pain. Your personalized pain treatment will be delivered directly to your door. Call MD Topical toll-free, 877-875-5909, or go to mdtopical.com and get started on your road to a pain-free life. Call MD Topical toll-free, 877-875-5909, or go to mdtopical.com.
Tired of overpaying for the little blue pill? What if you could get the exact same results for just a fraction of the price, guaranteed? Well, now you can with sildenafil, the active ingredient in the blue pill. With 20 milligram generic sildenafil tablets, you get the exact same results for less than $2 per pill. And again, the results are guaranteed. That's right, absolutely guaranteed results for a fraction of the cost of the little blue pill. So give your wallet a break and call us toll-free at 800-362-6091 to get your generic sildenafil delivered discreetly to your door. And of course, while saving hundreds of dollars, you'll also be saving time by saying goodbye to those long, embarrassing pharmacy lines once and for all. Again, just call 800-362-6091 and get your generic sildenafil with a 100% money-back guarantee. Getting your pills doesn't get any easier or cheaper than this, so call 800-362-6091 now.
Balance of Nature's fruit and veggie capsules contain 100% fine-ripened fruits and vegetables, tested pure with no pesticides, fillers, or additives of any kind, and are the most effective whole food supplements on the market today. You might ask, how can over 10 servings of 31 different fruits and vegetables fit into 6 vegetarian capsules? Fruits and vegetables are on an average 85% water. Balance of Nature uses cold vacuum technology to remove the water, leaving only the whole food. We don't use any heat, air, or light drying methods that damage nutrients. Our cold vacuum technology maintains 99% of the fresh fruits and vegetables' original nutritional value. Along with diet and exercise, Mother Nature provides fruits and vegetables to help us maintain good health.
To order, go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751. That's 1-800-246-8751 and use discount code USA.
Thanks for tuning in to Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station. Let's head to Pine Ridge, Arkansas. An episode of Blum and Abner from May 26th, 1941.
And now, we take you to Pine Ridge. You know, the Jotham Dam store was temporarily closed over a year ago. Well, it's been announced that the mercantile establishment will be reopened today. As we look in on the little community now, it's early morning, and we find Lum and Abner standing at the front door of their store. Listen.
Well, I'll be dead blame if that ain't a fine howdy-do. A fine how-do-you-do, I must say. Wait all this time for a chance to open up the store and get down here, and neither one of us has got a key to unlock the door with.
Well, I just allowed you to have yours, Lum. You always carry that big bunch of keys hanging on your belt.
Yeah, but I never brung them. Whereabouts is your key?
I don't know. The last I seen of it, it was flying over the top of Old Piney Mountain.
Flying? Key flying?
Yeah, see, I let that little Matthews boy put it on a kite string here a while back, showing him how he'll climb a kite string, you know.
For goodness sakes.
Well, it climbed it all right. But about the time it got up to the kite, well, the string broke, and the last I seen of it, the key and the kite both was sailing over Old Piney Mountain.
Oh, Granny, somebody could have found that key and broke in the store here and carried off everything we had.
Yeah, I know it. I just hated it, something wonderful, but I couldn't help it.
No use to lock the store if you're going to be losing keys all over town.
No.
That's the first thing I thought about after we closed up last year. I went right home and hid mine so there wouldn't be no chance to lose them.
Yeah, well, there ain't no use arguing now. It's done dead. Let's go to your place and get them.
Well, wait a minute. Let's see if we can't figure out some other way to get in here.
Well, it won't take 2 minutes to run over to your place and get your keys on them.
Granny, if we had a crowbar, I believe we could pry that door open.
I'll run over and get them myself. Or whereabouts are they at, Lon?
Well, if we could knock out a corner of that glass there, we could reach a hand through there and unlock it from the inside.
Well, what's the use to tear up a good door when all we got to do is just run over there and get your keys, Lon?
There ought to be some way to break that in.
What's wrong with getting the key?
Well, if you must know, Abner, I think I overdone it when I hid them last spring. Can't even find them myself.
Oh.
Tore that place upside down yesterday trying to find them. I don't know what I done with them. Might have buried them, but I don't know where.
For goodness sake.
Well, when we closed up, I just supposed we'd be open in a few weeks. See, there's the sign we hung on the door when we locked up, recollect, Jot 'em Down store, temporary closed.
Yeah, we had the wrong word there, Lom, at temporary. Or else I don't know what it means, one.
No, you're right. It was the wrong word. I know I couldn't have come this close to starving to death, just temporary.
Oh.
Well, here now, how are we going to get this thing open?
You reckon we could both catch hold of that doorknob and just force the lock open?
Of course not. You mean turn it... Well, I'll be dead blamed.
Did you find your key?
No, it just turned. It must not even been locked. Well, I'll be dead blamed.
You mean it's been sitting there unlocked all this time?
Must have been. Come on, let's... Look, I bet you there ain't a nickel's worth of stuff left in here.
Toby. It's musty in here, you know it?
Here, leave that door open. Let it air out a little.
Yeah, for goodness sake.
Look at the dust.
I don't believe there's been a soul in here, Lomp. Look at the candy case there. Everything's still there.
Yeah, all melted and run together.
Oh, my goodness.
If they thought that was mixed candy when they sold it to us, they ought to see it now. No, I don't believe there's been nobody in here, Abner. Looks just like it did when we left, except for the dust.
Yeah, well, good for us. Awful honest community, I'll say that first.
Yeah, or else nobody thought to try that door once.
No.
Granny, let me sit down. Makes me hard to think about the work we got to do in here.
Yeah, we better get at it, Torlom. Get these floors swept out the first thing.
Yeah, that's what you ought to do, Abner. Folks will notice dirty floors quicker than anything.
What I ought to do? What about you grabbing a broom and helping me?
Have you forgot that I can't stand to sweep on account of the dust bothering my asthma?
Oh. Well, you can be straightening up them shelves then.
Well, what about that catch in my back? I can't be reaching up on them shelves. I could wash the windows.
Yeah.
If it weren't for putting my hands in that cold water and bringing my rheumatisms back.
I just in hopes that this year's rest would have got you over all that long.
No, I don't believe it has, Abner. I found out one thing. A fella can get tired of doing nothing. Same as he can anything else. Just wore out from resting. Wore to a frazzle. Wore to a frazzle. Or that is physical. My brain ain't tired. I can sit here and think up things for you to do all day.
Yeah, I noticed that. Now, listen, Lom. We might as well have this out right here. Now, this place has got to be cleaned up, and I ain't going to do it by myself. Now, you can just get right up from there and help me. Come on.
Wait a minute now. Hold on. Don't be in such a rage. We don't have to jump into it like we was fighting fire. Sit down a minute. Got a bunch of things to talk over here before we do any business.
What?
Well, about restocking the store, for one thing. Out of all the fresh articles, bananas and fruit, potatoes. Them potatoes over there we left here sprouted and resprouted.
Oh, yeah, them's gone, yeah. And look at them bananas hanging yonder. The stock where they's at, anyway.
That's what I say. We got to study up some way to get some new merchandise in here.
Well, we can't buy no more stuff till we sell something, Lum.
And we can't sell nothing till we get something to sell.
No.
All we got's canned goods and a little dry goods. If we could just sell a big order of what we got here for cash, we'd be all right.
Oh, sure.
I might go over and talk to Miss Bates. She's running the boarding house over at the sawmill now, you know. She usually writes some more stuff and pays cash.
Well, she's doing all her trading over at Dick Huddleston's, old on. You can't depend on her.
Of course, we can get 2 weeks' credit in there at the wholesale house, the county seat. And that outfit in Fort Smith will wait on us a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we might not have the money in that length of time to pay them, though, Lum.
No, but buy from one of them 1 week and then the other in the next. We can pay for one batch of stuff from what we take in on the other. Sort of rob Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah, sure. If they give us credit, why, we can...
That's the only way I know to do it.
Now, listen, Lum. I want to go back in the store business just as bad as anybody. But if we've got to start such as that, let's just close her back up right now.
What are you talking about?
That's stealing. I wouldn't stoop that low if we never opened up.
Who said anything about stealing?
You did. Said we'd rob somebody to pay Paul.
Oh, that I said rob Peter.
Well, what do we owe Paul Warner first? Got to be paid so quick.
I never said Paul Warner. Paul Smith, John Doe.
2 of them, huh? Now, listen, Lum. Them is bills that you run up yourself, and I don't aim to help you pay them.
I ain't asking you to pay nothing.
And I ain't going to help you to rob old Peter McGillicuddy neither.
Rob Peter McGillicuddy?
Very odd is you going over and jumping on a poor old man like that, sticking a gun in his face, tying him up to a bedpost, and taking every nickel he's got in the world away from you. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Lum.
I ain't got nothing to be ashamed of.
Ain't ashamed of taking that poor old man's savings when you know he's too old and feeble to protect himself? Now, that ain't like you, Lum. That there Paul Smith and that other feller's talked you into this. That's what's happened.
Nobody's talked me into nothing.
Yes, they have done it, too. Now, you just been running in the wrong kind of company, Lum. Running up debts and then stealing from that poor old man to pay for them.
Well, Granny's, I must be tired, or I'd get up from here and whop you right on top of the head.
I'll tell him, I'll warn him what you're aiming to do just as sure as I'm standing here. Now, I like you and all that, Lum, but if you took to stealing, Dad, blame it, I don't want to have a thing to do with you. Not a thing in the world. You hear me?
Shut up a minute. That's our ring, I think.
Huh?
That's it. Sure as the world. Answer, Abner. It might be a customer.
Oh, nobody don't even know it opened up yet. More than likely one of them crook friends of yours. I'll tell them what I think of them, too. Hello, jot 'em down, store. Mom.
And you didn't any improve a bit. Or to send him to school while he's gone for a year.
Oh, well, I never knowed who it was. Well, I reckon so. Yeah, give me a pencil, Mom. I got to put this order down.
Yeah, here. Talk 'em into taking all you can, Abner.
Yeah, but hello? All right, well, what is you wanting? Dozen cans of hominy. All right. Ain't got no potatoes.
Talk 'em into taking rice or something else.
How about some rice? About 10 pounds ought to be enough.
Make it 20.
Better make it 20. Uh-huh. 6 cans of tomatoes.
Well, make it a case while you're at
it. A case of tomatoes oughtn't to be too many, ought it? All right. What else?
That's bound to be Miss Bates over at the boarding house. She'll pay cash, too.
I ain't got no flour.
Well, tell her we'll get her some. And sell her some of them canned peaches up there, Abner.
Yeah, well, Lum says we'll get you some flour. And how about a case of canned peaches? Oh, here. Well, a half a case, then. All right.
Granny, she's a lifesaver.
What else?
That's what I call starting business out right.
Is that all now?
Ain't been open 10 minutes.
Well, I don't know where I can carry all this stuff over there or not.
Well, sure we'll get it over there. We can hire a wagon.
Well, Lum says we'll hire a wagon and bring it over. All right. Goodbye.
Nice work, Abner. Granny, you done good.
Well...
Let's get that order up and get it on over there right now. Bring the cash back here, and I'll go into the county seat and buy what we're needing.
Well, I don't much think that's going to be cash, Lum.
Why, sure it's cash. Miss Bates, she always pays cash.
Miss Bates? That weren't Miss Bates. That was my woman, Elizabeth, calling up a list of stuff we're needing over at the house. I ain't got no money to pay for it.
For goodness sakes. One more deal like that, and we're going to have to rob Peter or somebody.
Well, it's great fun to have Lum and Abner back on the radio again, isn't it? With their old-fashioned fun and friendly humor, they always seem to make a fellow feel better.
Their first episode for Alka-Seltzer, May 26, 1941. Yeah, reopening the store. Lum and Abner on Classic Radio Theater.
Hey, we got big news today for all anchovy lovers.
Anchovies, as you know, friends, are small little fish of the herring family, noted for their peculiar flavor, and used for pickling and as a sauce or a canopy.
Anchovies come curled up like little snails, and there was a time when this was considered fashionable and decorative, but not anymore.
No longer should anchovies be served all rolled up in a little ball, friends. Today, anchovies should be served long.
Anchovy strips, we call them. And if you haven't had anchovy strip salad or an anchovy wedge, you haven't really enjoyed anchovies as they should be enjoyed.
If you'll bring in camera one, please. You'll see here on the table, friends, a small ironing board together with the new Bob and Ray anchovy ironer.
Now, you can iron your own anchovies right at home there with very little trouble and at practically no expense.
Now, we're going to iron a few anchovies right here in the studio so that you can see for yourself how easy it really is.
Oh, if you can iron a shirt, you'll have no trouble ironing an anchovy. No buttons to iron around, no pleats to beware of, and nothing to starch.
First, you gently test the iron by wetting your finger and touching it to the bottom of the iron like I did there.
That's a little too hot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then, taking the anchovy...
See, it's set for wool.
Oh, yeah. Try it on...
I'll have to set it for fish. Wait a minute.
I'll try it.
That's better.
Now, take the anchovy between your thumb and second finger, place it on the table, put the point of the iron at the base of the anchovy.
Now you gently press the anchovy out, prodding with the point of the iron until flat, like I'm doing here.
Now, that's all there is to it. Lift up the iron, take a sharp knife, and pry the anchovy from the base of the iron onto a plate.
Now, to get this bargain of a lifetime, write to Pressed Flat, New York.
Here you have Bob and Ray on Classic Radio Theater. Catch us at our webpage, classicradio.stream. You can learn everything about Classic Radio Theater right there, classicradio.stream. I'm Wyatt Cox. Thanks for listening. Thank this station, support the advertisers, and tell a friend the great radio shows are back. Classic Radio Theater here on your favorite station and the USA Radio Network.
The USA Radio Network presents the greatest radio programs of all time.
Jack Benny Program.
Look, Bud, I said your money or your life. I'm thinking it over.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Straighten up that closet one of these days.
This is Classic Radio Theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
The Bob Hope Show, transcribed direct from Hollywood.
Well, hello. Come right in. Oh, George, we've got company.
From Hollywood, the George Burns and Gracie Allen Show.
Now here's your host, Wyatt Cox.
Comedy this hour, Jimmy Durante with his guest Victor Moore. This program originally broadcast for Rexall, May 26, 1948.
From Hollywood, it's the Jimmy Durante Show.
A-dink-a-dink, a-dink-a-doo, a-dink-a-dink.
Yes, 10,000 Rexall drugstores who carry the complete line of top-quality Rexall drug products bring you the Jimmy Durante Show with Peggy Lee, Roy Borgie and his orchestra, the Crew Chiefs Quartet, yours truly Howard Petrie, and Victor Moore. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Rexall's prescription for a pleasant evening, the one and only Jimmy Durante in person.
Start off
each day with a song. Now even when things go wrong, you feel better, you even look better. And now for my second number I'll sing. Blowy.
Oh, come on, kiss me, baby.
Oh, no, your mustache tickles.
Blowy.
Oh, come on, kiss me.
I said no, your mustache tickles.
How do you like that? Governor Dewey is even holding a primary in the swamps.
Ah, Schnoz, you certainly are well acquainted with the current political situation.
Not only domestic, but foreign, too. President Truman just appointed me special delegate to the United Nations. And the reason? He wants all them foreign dignitaries to see my nose.
Well, why does he want the United Nations to see your nose?
It's the only big thing left in the world that Russia hasn't asked for. But Howard, what a distinguished mob there was at Lake Success. Why, the place was amuck with foreign diplomats and their diplomatresses. I just threw that in there. However, after presenting my credentials, I stepped into the washroom where I met the Turkish delegate who was wearing a hat with a feather in it. And you know, Howard, a thing like that can be expensive.
Well, how come, Jim?
Every time he bowed, he brushed me off, and I had to keep tipping him. But this encounter made me realize that keeping the United Nations from getting united is the costumes the Turkish delegates wear.
The Turkish delegates' costumes are preventing international agreement?
That's right. How can you have a man-to-man talk with a guy in a pair of bloomers? It was very embarrassing. He kept snapping his elastic at me.
Well, Jim, tell me, how was the weather in Lake Success? I understand you ran into a heat wave.
Yes, Howard, the temperature was 92 Fahrenheit, which is just 8 degrees below Gesundheit. That's another little thing I stuck in. But the hot weather doesn't scare me. I show the delegates how to ignore the heat. I gave them the Durante recipe for keeping cool, which is both apra and pole.
Oh, how fascinating. Say, what is it, Jim?
Well, you get a punch bowl, fill it full of shaved ice, put in 3 lemons, 2 oranges, a jigger of vodka, 2 quarts of Pole Maison 32, and a bottle of maraschino cherries.
Well, will you keep cool if you drink that?
You don't drink it, you sit in it.
You sit in it? Then why the maraschino cherries?
I don't know, but I tried it without them, and somehow it just ain't the same. But it's a pleasure to be back in California, especially since the California Chamber of Commerce held their annual Bathing Beauty contest last week. And Howard, who do you think they called on to act as official judge?
You mean?
Durante.
Oh. Gosh, it must be fun judging a beauty contest with all those gorgeous girls and fascinating figures.
Well, it's better than stepping on a rusty nail and bleeding to death. But as it turned out, I didn't get to judge all the contestants. The first girl stepped up, I measured her shoulders, her waist, and her ankles. And then I was disqualified.
Disqualified? What for?
I got so interested in my work, I forgot to use the tape measure. Durante, you must have swallowed a strawberry. You're being rash tonight.
Well, Jimmy, I hope with all these outside activities of yours, you haven't neglected your political campaign.
On the contrary, Howard, you're laboring under a misapprehension.
Well,
Why, just last week, I officially opened my campaign with a tremendous rally, and what a thrill. Before I mounted the podium, the audience was restless. But when I started my speech, all 50,000 of them shut up like clams.
50,000 people?
No, clams. I was speaking in Pismo Beach. When I passed the hat for contributions, I wound up with 4 quarts of chowder. But nothing discourages Durante. If my country needs me, I'm ready. Let me tell you about it. I'm sitting in the club car of the Congressional Limited when who sits down besides me? My old pal from the Supreme Court, Justice Murphy. And what happens? First he looks at his watch, then he peeps under his black robe, then he looks at his watch, and again he peeps under his black robe. So I said, Judge, why do you keep looking under your black robe? And he said, shh, underneath I'm developing pictures. Arriving at the nation's capital, and I hope to get my hands on some of it, I went direct to the presidential suite at my hotel. Just as I was drawing my bath, and you should see some of my drawings, I heard street noises, horns blowing, people shouting. And what were they shouting? They were shouting Durante for vice president. We want Durante. We want Durante in Washington. So nonchalantly smoking a Turkish towel, I steps out on the balcony. How do you like that? No balcony. That was before Truman. Suddenly looking up, I heard Umbriago shouting, I make a motion to back Durante for vice president. And what happened? The motion was thrown out, followed by Umbriago. So I jumps up, and believe me, this is what I said. Now, if Washington needs me, I'll answer the call, but they better not call me collect. Now, Marshall, Forrestal, Vandenberg, Truman, look 'em up, and you'll find them all in Who's Who. You can't miss. Now, I know I never got my name in Who's Who, but I did get my picture once, and what's this? There'll be some changes made when I get to Washington. That I'll guarantee. Changes in domestic relations, foreign relations, and trade relations. That's what I want to do, trade relations. The last time I was in Washington, a lady rushed up to me and said, didn't I see your face in a 5-cent piece? I said, you mean I look like Jefferson? She said, no, a buffalo. So if Washington needs me, I'll answer the call, but they better not call me collect. 2 weeks later, I'm at home in my bathtub, mending a leak in my water wings, when the telephone rings. Slipping into my shorts, I rushed downstairs to the delicatessen store to answer the phone. Picking up the receiver, I said, hello, but I heard nothing. Then I thought I smelled something funny, and what do you think? I was talking into a salami. Finally, I got the call, and who was it from? My old biology professor from Harvard. He said, James, as a candidate for vice president, I want to ask you a question, and I want an answer. Do you know the meaning of political economy? Arbitration by arbitration? And devaluation of international monetary stabilization? How could I give him an answer? From the question alone, I fainted. So saying adios and goodbye too, I shouted, if Washington needs me, I'll answer the call, but they better not call me collect. And I warned them that I demand respect.
Oh, we're just getting started. May 26, 1948. Jimmy Durante on Classic Radio Theater.
This is Dr. Howard, founder and formulator of Balance of Nature. We're changing America one life at a time.
Well, I have different vitamins I had to take because of my post-cancer, post-cardiac situation. But the Balance of Nature, that being so condensed and so natural and, is amazing stuff. I haven't felt this good in 7 or 8 years. I would not be able to do a third of any of this stuff. After I started taking Balance of Nature, I started to have more energy. It's a godsend. It really is.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. For a limited time, all new preferred customers will receive an additional 15% discount and free shipping on your first Balance of Nature order. Call 800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code USA.
Summer is just about here, and you're trying to get in shape. There's nothing more key to getting in shape and recovering from your workouts than getting deep restorative sleep. And the best way to get it is with MyPillow. Now, the offer we have right now is one of the best you've ever seen. When you go to MyPillow.com, click on the 2-pack special, type in promo code USA, you'll get 2 MyPillow premium pillows for just $69.98, $34.99 per pillow, the lowest price ever offered on radio or TV, and better than you'll find in almost any store. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the 2-pack special to get 2 MyPillow premium pillows for $34.95 per pillow, the lowest price ever offered. Go to MyPillow.com, enter promo code USA, or call 1-800-951-8175 to get this great offer, a great night's sleep just in time for summer with MyPillow.
Were you scammed into signing a timeshare contract? And did you miss the part that said you have to pay for your great idea? Not only for the rest of your life, but when you're not here anymore, you get to pass this turkey onto your family for them to pay for the rest of their lives. Thanks, Dad. Don't burden your family down the road, and don't be stuck with expensive timeshare payments forever. Get out of your bad idea timeshare contract guaranteed, or pay nothing. Call Resort Release today and learn for free how their timeshare exit team can help you legally exit your timeshare contract. They've helped thousands of people, and they're A+ rated with a BBB. So if you feel scammed, get mad and get out of your expensive timeshare contract right now, guaranteed. Call NOW.
800-586-7112. 800-586-7112. 800-586-7112. That's 800-586-7112.
And you're listening to Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station. Let's get back to the Jimmy Durante Show, May 26, 1948.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. That Tyrone Power, Clark Gable, Alan Ladd, and Humphrey Bogart all rolled into one.
Yeah, but when they unroll me, I'm still Victor Moore.
Victor, you mustn't be so modest. You compare with any glamour boy. Why, you've got a figure that's out of this world.
Yeah, and I wish I could get it back in. But in my new life, Hollywood and its glamour are unimportant, Howard. I've gone back to my favorite hobby, Mother Nature. And golly whiz, is it fascinating.
It is, Victor?
Yeah, why, do you realize that every day 8 million baby mosquitoes are produced by one female mosquito?
What do you think of that?
I think it's about time she got married and settled down. There's nothing like wandering through the shady...
Stop the presses. How mortifying. Why, it's just throwing my exclusion.
Jimmy, what's the matter?
What's the matter? I goes over to a used car lot to trade in my 1912 Essex, which still has the original rubber in the windshield wipers. When what happens? A crowd gathers around me, points to my schnoz and said, "So that's the secret of the new Ford. The trunk rack is in the front."
Well, I guess I'll always look like the old models.
Not to me, you won't, Victor. Why, I've never seen you so sweet and charming. Come over here and stand next to me and let the audience have a good look at us. That's right. Now, honest, folks, can you tell which one of us has the Tony Permament? You didn't think it would work on plain skin, did you?
Well, frankly, Jimmy, personal duty is unimportant to me since I've been communing with nature. Why, just yesterday, I found a nest full of robin's eggs that had been abandoned by their mother.
How pathetic. What did you do?
I sat on it.
You sat on the nest? What happened?
Congratulate me, Jimmy. You are now looking at the mother of a 6-ounce omelet.
Flash, mother and omelet are doing well. But I love our little feathered friends, too, Victor. I even built the bird bath for my cockatoo out in the backyard.
Say, then you could tell me something I've wondered about all my life.
Oh, sure, if I could tell you.
When a bird is about to take a bath, does she stick her big toe in the tub to see if the water is too hot?
Victor, do you think I'd peek? I once embarrassed a bald eagle. I caught him without his toupee on.
There's nothing like the outdoors. But you know, Jimmy, just yesterday, while tramping through the wilds of lower Santa Monica, I did something that made me realize my eyes aren't as good as they used to be.
What did you do?
I picked up a snake and tried to kill a stick. And to think that in my youth I was a champion woodsman.
Champion? Say, that gives me a great idea for my political campaign. Just think, Durante, the choice of the champions.
Yeah, I might even get my girlfriend, Tilly, to support you.
Oh, that'd be nice.
She's a champion rifle shot. Here's a picture of her with one of her hunting dogs.
Oh, so this is Tilly.
No, Tilly's the one without the bird in her mouth.
A natural mistake. That can of strong heart around her neck fooled me. But speaking of champions, Victor, here's one right now, coming out of a corner. the holder of the jukebox crown and a little lady I'd like to go around with any time, Peggy Lee.
At 112 and a half. Hello, Vicky boy.
Hello, Peggy Pooh.
And how are you, Jimmy? Let me look into your little pixie face.
Peggy, I know I'm not good looking, but what's my opinion against thousands of others?
You haven't said anything nice about me yet, Peggy.
Oh, you know how I feel about you. You were made for me, Victor. Just made for me.
Well, maybe so, but I think the guy who poured my foundation forgot to say when.
Don't feel bad, Victor. Two duplexes are in demand. But, Victor, I want to talk to you some more about my slogan, Durante, the choice of the champions. Well, Victor, I'm really exuberant about my slogan, Durante, the choice of the champions.
Good, Jimmy. We'll tour the country.
Right. I'll take Joe Louis apart and see what makes him tick. And I'll take the Maggio apart and see what makes him tick.
Well, what about the swimming champ? You're going to take Esther Williams apart?
Please, Victor, anything put together that good, you don't think of it. But let's get started on our tour. Is the gang ready, Peggy?
We're all packed, Jimmy. Let's go.
Now, any state in the 48 is great.
The 48 is great, and any state is a reason we should celebrate.
We ought to celebrate to people on top. We've a question to pop. It's the champions we're gonna address.
We'll get the facts on the matter from the top of the ladder.
We'll learn the secret of success.
We've a magic carpet to take this trip.
We pull a string and away we rip.
Hey, where are we, Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm lost.
Well, let's fly low and listen to these natives down there. Maybe we can find out where we are.
I'm going to finish you off, and my name ain't Red.
You asked for it, Red. I'm calling your bluff.
What do you know? It's the town of Red Bluff. Durante, like a fist eye. You're really rolling tonight. Any state in the 48 is great.
Where's the best place to look for champions?
You find champions anywhere, Victor.
Right. And where we're going, there are lots of them.
See that turnpike below? We all ought to know.
We're in Pompton Lakes, New Jersey.
And there's many a champ who is trained at the camp
of Pompton Lakes, New Jersey.
Joe Louis,
Jimmy Braddock,
Carnera,
Maxie Bear.
For a healthy place to train, very few can compare
to Pompton Lakes.
Go on down, boys, and see what's new in Jersey.
Say, Jimmy, where look. That guy punching the bag over there is the middleweight champ, Killer O'Toole. Let's talk to him.
Okay. Pardon me, Killer. We're conducting a survey. You're known as the most vicious fighter in your class. You've broken jaws, fractured ribs, and beaten your opponents into a pulp. Tell me, Killer, how do you account for your phenomenal success in the manly art of self-defense?
I bite.
What a physique. If this guy had hair in his chest, he wouldn't make a bad pipe cleaner.
You know, in my last fight, I was in trouble in the first few rounds. Then in the fourth round, I had my opponent worried.
You had him worried?
Yeah, he was afraid he was going to kill me.
You know, I used to be a fighter. I started out as a flyweight, but I had to quit.
How come?
The first fly I fought beat me.
Please, Victor, you tax my patience, and I can't afford it now. But you know, champ, Pompton Lakes really brings back memories. Why, I did road work with all the title holders here. Louis, Braddock, Canero, and every morning I used to run through the woods with Maxie.
Bear?
Who do I look like, Nature Boy?
Well, look, Killer, we're trying to bolster Durante's political campaign.
Yeah. As a champion fighter, are you willing to endorse me?
I think you'd be great, Mr. Durante, and I'll get you in shape for your rigorous campaign. Here, I'll give you a rabbit punch.
Wait a minute. You said you were going to give me one rabbit punch.
Yeah, but you know how those rabbits multiply.
Count me out, Mr. Moore. Any state in the 48 is great.
Call out the next stop, James.
Go ahead, tell her the secret.
Well, Peggy, we're going to the town that crowned you sweetheart of Sigma Chi today.
Well, now I know.
Fargo,
Fargo, North Dakota.
northwest of Minnesota.
It's the largest city in the state of ND.
Among other things, it's famous for Peggy Lee.
It did me many a good turn.
Fargo, North Dakota.
And I'm glad to return.
Fargo, North Dakota.
They gave us a chance. What are we waiting for? Let's go down and look around. There must be more.
In Fargo.
Go on down, Jim, and see how far you go in Fargo.
What's this coming? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it Superman?
No. It's Hot Breath Houlihan.
Lucky I lowered my lids. I'd have wound up with poached eyeballs.
What are you doing here in Fargo with the rodeo, Miss Houlihan?
I just won the cow branding contest. I brand them by kissing them on the neck. I'll demonstrate on this cow. Care for some barbecued beef?
Imagine that. She brands cows with a kiss. What do you think of that, Victor?
May 26, 1948, Jimmy Durante on Classic Radio Theater.
Do you wish you could get better sleep and maybe lose a few pounds? Maybe more than a few pounds? Well, there's this product called Calitrin that helps with both sleep and weight loss. Just listen to what people are saying about it.
I've been taking Calitrin for right about 3 months, and I've lost 24 pounds and 19 overall inches. But my sleep has improved, I have so much more energy, and I have the desire to succeed more than ever. Anyone who needs weight loss, more energy, and better sleep, this product really does deliver.
I'm Roger. Over the 3 months that I took the product, my sleeping habits are increasingly much better. I got a better night's sleep, and I just can't say enough about the product and how it makes you feel. Also, additionally lost a little bit of weight on the program as well.
Hi, this is Aronson. I take Calitrin for weight loss, and I've lost about 20 pounds, and I feel great.
Calitrin is scientifically proven to help with sleep and weight loss safely and effectively. Check it out at toploss.com. That's toploss.com.
You know, one of the great things about getting a good night's sleep, you feel better in the morning. I mean, I don't care who you are. You get a good night's sleep, you feel better in the morning. And one of the ways that you sleep better is getting a great deal. And the best way to sleep better is to get a MyPillow. Well, now we can put the two of them together. You're going to get a great deal if you get the 2-pack special right now from MyPillow. If you go to MyPillow.com, you click on the 2-pack special, you will get 2 MyPillow premium pillows for the lowest price ever offered on radio or on TV. Now, you're going to love this. Just $69.98, $34.99 per pillow. You're not going to see that price anywhere else. You get a great night's sleep and the lowest price ever if you use my promo code USA. Now, when you go to MyPillow.com, the MyPillow Premium Pillow is amazing. It stays cool all night. It keeps its shape. It comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. You try it, you don't like it, return it. A 10-year warranty. And something you can do with no other pillow is you put a MyPillow in the washer, the dryer. It's like new again. You don't end up with a, dryer or washer full of mess. And it's just like new again. You fluff it up and you sleep. It's as good now as it was 2 years ago when I got my first MyPillow. Folks, I can't stress enough. This is the best deal ever on a MyPillow. All you have to do is go to MyPillow.com. You click on the 2-pack special. 2 MyPillow premium pillows for $69.98, $34.99 per pillow, the lowest price ever offered on radio or TV. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the 2-pack special, enter my promo code USA. That's the best thing to do. And you can shop around the website. You use that USA promo code, it's good for almost anything on the website. So go to MyPillow.com, click on the promo code USA, and get yourself on your way to the best night's sleep ever.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-215-5141. 800-215-5141. That's 800-215-5141.
Classic radio theater on your favorite station. Now the conclusion of the Jimmy Durante Show, May 26, 1948.
Say, you're kind of cute. You homogenized heartthrob.
It gets around. The girls call me Dreamboat.
You may be a dreamboat, but I think your cargo has shifted.
Touche, Victor, touche. But we're conducting a survey, Miss Houlihan, and we want to know if you, as a champion cowgirl, will endorse Durante.
I'll be glad to. And I'll also get the Cattlemen's Association to back you.
You have influence with them?
Yeah. They're kind of fond of me. Why, just this morning, they shipped me 600 head of cattle.
Jerseys or Holsteins?
I don't know. They only sent me the heads.
Hustle me out of here, Mr. Moore. Any state in the 48 is great.
Well, men, we're finding out about champions.
We sure are, and we're not finished yet.
No, sir. We're headed for a place that can give us plenty of information.
Indianapolis, Indiana.
What a region.
That's where the capital is of Indiana.
The home of the Legion.
If you see something whiz right by your face,
it's not a jet plane, it's an auto race.
Indianapolis.
Go on down and find out who's your champ in the Hoosier State.
Look where we are, Victor, the famous speedway in Indianapolis. I'm going to question Whiz Whizzin, the champion automobile driver. Tell me, Whiz, how does it feel to drive faster than any other man in the world?
Oh, it's wonderful. You get behind the wheel, you turn on the ignition, take off the brakes, step on the starter, and vroom, vroom, vroom. And you're off you go down the straightaway 90 miles an hour. 90 miles an hour. There you go on the first turn. On that first turn there on the back stretch. 100 miles an hour, 110 miles an hour. Come to that turn again. Here we're going to make it now. We made it! And now we're passing the grandstand 120, 130, 140. What a thrill it is. It's fun, it's fun, it's fun!
How can the guy have so much fun? He hasn't even got a girl in the car.
And now we're going on to that second lap. Going at that first turn. Coming on the back stretch again, 120, 130 miles an hour. Here comes that turn again. We're going to make it this time. Bang!
How do you like that? He blew out one of his tonsils. Now, wait a minute. We're conducting a survey. As champion, would you endorse Durante?
Why, certainly. I'll be glad to. I'll even paint your name on the side of my car. And just think of the publicity you'll get as I go tearing down that straightaway. 90 miles an hour. Down that straightaway going 100 miles an hour, 110 miles an hour. You're the first time. On that backstretch. We're coming to that turn again. We're going to make it this time.
The one thing he wasn't expecting on the track, a lady driver. Let's walk home, Mr. Moore. Any state in the 48 is great.
Hampton Lakes.
Fargo.
Indianapolis.
Can travel north, south, east, or west.
Gil Durante is a champion while he'll never rest.
It's great.
Wonderful.
Marvelous.
Stupendous. Any state in the 48 is great.
Good health to all from Rexall. We hope you're feeling fine. So always call for Rexall where you see the Rexall sign.
Remember, 25% of America buys its drug needs in Rexall drugstores. Rexall is that large and respected family of more than 2,000 different drug products. You can depend on any drug product that bears the name Rexall. Available in Rexall drugstores everywhere.
Touche, Howard, and I'd like to add, I do my shopping at a Rexall store, buying Rexall drugs, and furthermore, hombre, I'll go, he prefers them too. We buy Rexall, that's all. How about you?
Be sure to listen in every Sunday on this same station to the Rexall Summer Theater, starring Pat O'Brien and Virginia Bruce. Well, Rexall for tonight, folks, from Victor Moore, Peggy Lee, Roy Bargy, the Crew Chiefs Quartet, yours truly, Howard Petrie, and
Jimmy Durante in person who says, good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. I hope West Virginia is listening in.
This program was produced and directed by Phil Cohan. Good health to all from Rexall.
May 26, 1948, The Jimmy Durante Show on Classic Radio Theater.
Do you wish you could get better sleep and maybe lose a few pounds? Maybe more than a few pounds? Well, there's this product called Calotren that helps with both sleep and weight loss. Just listen to what people are saying about it.
I've been taking Calotren for right about 3 months, and I've lost 24 pounds and 19 overall inches. But my sleep has improved, I have so much more energy, and I have the desire to succeed more than ever. Anyone who needs weight loss, more energy, and better sleep, this product really does deliver.
I'm Roger. Over the 3 months that I took the product, my sleeping habits are increasingly much better. I got a better night's sleep, and I just can't say enough about the product and how it makes you feel. Also, additionally lost a little bit of weight on the program as well.
Hi, this is Aronson. I take Calotren for weight loss, and I've lost about 20 pounds, and I feel great.
Calotren is scientifically proven to help with sleep and weight loss safely and effectively. Check it out at toploss.com. That's toploss.com.
If you enjoy our Classic Radio Theater broadcasts and want to start building a collection of your own, go to classicradio.stream. That's classicradio.stream. There you'll find links to great classic radio collections on CD, along with links to great reading on classic radio, plus Classic Radio Theater on demand. Check out our webpage, available now at classicradio.stream. That's classicradio.stream. And enjoy.
Hi, this is Kyle Horvath with the White Pine County Tourism and Recreation Board. If you want to get away from the big cities and get back to nature this summer, give us a call at 775-289-3720 or visit us online at elinevada.net. There's so much to do and see I can't mention it in 30 seconds, but check out our website and you'll see what Nevada is really all about. elinevada.net or follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Give us a call at 775-289-3720 or visit us online at elinevada.net.
Tired of overpaying for the little blue pill? What if you could get the exact same results for just a fraction of the price, guaranteed? Well, now you can with sildenafil, the active ingredient in the blue pill. With 20 milligram generic sildenafil tablets, you get the exact same results for less than $2 per pill. And again, the results are guaranteed. That's right, absolutely guaranteed results for a fraction of the cost of the little blue pill. So give your wallet a break and call us toll-free at 800-362-6091 to get your generic sildenafil delivered discreetly to your door. And of course, while saving hundreds of dollars, you'll also be saving time by saying goodbye to those long, embarrassing pharmacy lines once and for all. Again, just call 800-362-6091 and get your generic sildenafil with a 100% money-back guarantee. Getting your pills doesn't get any easier or cheaper than this, so call 800-362-6091 now.
We close out this hour of Classic Radio Theater with an episode of Chandu the Magician. This episode originally broadcast May 26, 1933.
Beatrice, the astronomer, introduces to Chandler and the regents a young woman named Mira, who is to be used to learn Chandler's plans and defeat them. She pretends to ask Chandler's help in finding an ancient family parchment, supposed to be hidden in a ruined jungle temple. He agrees to help her. The present act opens in Chandler's study the following afternoon. Chandu the Magician.
And as you suggested, Mr. Chandler, I told Beatrice I'd been invited here to tea. Here are the plans of the ruined temple.
I'll unroll them, Mira. They must be very old. They're drawn on parchment.
Oh, yes. No one knows when they were drawn or who drew them.
Where did you get them?
They've always been among... I'll show you a little more about the temple. You see, the altar is here.
Well, what are these lines on each side of the altar?
Oh, those were the pedestals on which the gods once stood.
What sort of gods were they? Do you happen to know?
Well, yes. There were two enormous seated figures. One with his hands outstretched holding a bowl. The other... Well, I can't remember what the other one was.
The figures are not there now.
Oh, no, they're no longer there. There's a legend that for thousands of years a strange green light burned on the altar, and it was supposed to burn forever. There were certain priests whose duty it was to see that it was kept alight.
What?
Why, Mr. Chandler.
Go on, won't you?
Well, the tribal legend goes that one night an unbeliever made his way into the temple and extinguished the light, and that at once the gods became so angry they destroyed the temple.
It is a strange coincidence that you should tell me that, Mira.
Why?
I've heard this story before, but in a place far from Java.
Well, how interesting. Where was it?
Oh, it isn't important. Let's talk of it later, shall we? I don't want to keep you so long that Beatrice will become suspicious.
You're very kind to take your time to help me, Mr. Chandler.
I'm glad to do whatever I can.
Is it true you've learned many of the secrets of the East?
Did Beatrice tell you that?
Beatrice? Oh, no. No, By the way, may I tell you something about Geoffrey Marshall? In confidence, Mr. Chandler?
Certainly.
He's supposed to be writing a book on Java. But the truth is, he's had some sort of mental shock, and his people in England sent him to Java for a long rest.
Did Mr. Marshall tell you this himself?
No. Beatrice told me.
Oh, yes. The night Beatrice gave the dinner for Naji, he said Mr. Marshall was not well enough to dine with us.
Princess Naji is a fascinating woman, isn't she? I suppose it's partly because there's an air of mystery about her.
An air of mystery about Naji?
Yes. There is something mysterious about her. Something that doesn't seem quite to belong to this world. Sometimes when conversation is going on all about her, she seems to be 1,000 years away.
It's strange you should say Naji seems a little unearthly, because that's precisely the impression you give.
I?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, I think I must go now.
Perhaps it would be as well. I'll study this plan of the temple later and speak with you again about it.
Mr. Chandler, there's something I'd like to ask you.
Why, what is it, Mira?
I'm wondering if... Do you really trust me?
Of course I do. Why should you ask me that?
Well, I mean, I know you must have many experiences with plots and perhaps quite unconsciously suspect everyone.
No. But I must have time to go over the plan and decide how to proceed. You can see that.
Oh, of course I can. I'm awfully sorry. And I'll go now, so I needn't interrupt your work any longer. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Highness. I'm just leaving. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mira. Chandu, may I come in for a moment?
Of course, Naji. Come in. Did you manage to decipher the parchment we found on the island?
No, Chandu. I have studied it ever since you brought it to me, but there is nothing to give me the key to the writing.
Isn't it maddening? I feel the whole secret's within our grasp. And still because we can't read this parchment, we're completely baffled.
But if the symbols are so difficult, Chandu, it must be that somewhere there is a key.
I know that. And only a few moments ago, I came to this conclusion. We know there's something hidden in the wine cellar of your palace in Cairo.
Yes. Do you think that is the key?
It may be. Or it may be the other half of this parchment.
You're right. But if it is, we are still without the key.
I wonder if we are. I've just learned that in a certain ruined temple here in Java, a parchment has long been hidden. Suppose that were the key.
But if it is, how will you find it?
I think I have a means of finding it.
I have sent a code message asking Abu to have the cellars of the palace searched.
I hope we can find the hiding place.
Abu will find it if he must pull the palace to the ground. As soon as he has found the parchment, he will send me a message, and we will know what we must do.
Yes, but you're not going already.
Dorothy has something to say to me, Chandu. I told her I would not be long.
I'll see you at dinner then.
Yes. Dorothy.
Here I am, Nadia. I want to talk to you before Bobby and Betty come back.
Shall we go into the garden?
No. I'm afraid someone will hear us. Let's sit here, shall we?
What is troubling you?
Najee, I want to do something to help Frank.
But you are helping him by simply remaining in Java, Dorothy. He has spoken of it to me more than once.
Well, that's nothing. And he's done everything for us.
Dorothy, you are not proposing to speak to Vitras.
But I think I know a way. Vitras is always urging me to become a sort of an assistant to him in his work in the observatory.
But, Dorothy...
I'm going to try it. Suppose I could learn that Vitras had some sort of occult powers that he was using against Frank. Oh, don't you see how important it would be for Frank to know that?
Yes, Dorothy, but you must not. We know Vitras has certain powers, whether they are only hypnotic or whether they extend far deeper into the unknown is not for us to question, especially for you. Oh, if you should fall under the spell of Vitras, I should never forgive myself.
But I won't. There's no reason why I should, and it may be possible for me to learn, any number of things. And there's no reason why I should waste time trying to cast a spell over me.
Oh, do not make light of his powers, Dorothy. You do not know what forces you may be invoking when you defy Vitras.
Oh, I'm sure he won't harm me. And anyway, if I can learn something that can help Frank, well, I'm not going to be afraid to try. I'm going over there now.
Must you go at once?
Of course I must. I'll just run over as if I'd become bored and decided to avail myself of his offer.
I will be thinking of you, Dorothy.
Don't take it so seriously, Najee. My dear, what could happen?
Many things of which you can know nothing.
The children should be back in a little while. Tell them where I've gone, will you? Now, don't worry about me. And I thought if you still wanted me to help you, Vitras, I'd be glad to try.
I shall be most happy to have you assist me, Mrs. Regent. You are so strangely sensitive to occult forces that I am sure we shall accomplish many things.
To occult forces? You mean you have occult powers yourself? Oh, I see. That must be why you understand the laws of ancient Lemuria as you do.
Mrs. Regent, may I ask you a question?
Why, certainly.
Then, do you really believe the story of Lemuria?
Yes. I've never known much about it, but there's no reason why I shouldn't believe it. You aren't trying to tell me it isn't true.
No, indeed. I ask you only that I may know how we can begin the things we are to do together. Would you be willing to look again at the books?
You mean those great books of drawings of Lemuria?
Yes. Would you?
Why, yes. Yes, I'd be willing to look at them again. I'm sorry I was so stupid as to be frightened at the pictures you showed us the other night.
Would you like to look at them now, or shall we make an appointment for another day?
Oh, no. Let's look at them now, shall we?
You are quite sure that you will be free from interruption by your family for some time?
Oh, yes.
Very well, then. I'm glad we may begin at once. Will you come over here to this table, Mrs. Regent?
Of course.
I can trust your discretion, I am sure.
You mean I'm not to speak of this to anyone?
If you will be so kind.
I see.
First, may I tell you that Mr. Marshall, whom you know only as the writer of a book on Java, is included in the list of Lemurians who now live upon this earth.
Is he?
Yes. You were on the yacht Polana when the young man whose first name was Andra died, I believe, Mrs. Regent.
Oh, yes, we were. But I mean, surely you're not suggesting...
I see you have already grasped my meaning. Geoffrey Marshall has been selected to prevent having to wait for a man in the next generation to take his place.
But do you choose people against their will?
Why should the human will deflect the operation of the law?
But what if Najee should die?
Then someone else must be found in whose body the soul of Najee could take its place.
Oh. Listen, Vitras. When we were on the island of Lura, we went into a cave which was the temple of a strange pagan sect. Before the altar, the body of a girl was lying. She was dressed in the dress of ancient Egypt, but her face was the face of Naji.
Yes.
Was that girl really a former incarnation of Naji?
My dear Mrs. Regent, these are the things you cannot understand as yet. You must learn more of Lemuria and its history and its teachings.
Then...
All these things are woven into a great pattern which someday you yourself will be able to discern. Let me show you this book. Do you know the significance of the Seal of Solomon?
Oh, no. Only the few things my brother has told me.
It has far-reaching meanings that no one man can grasp. Do you understand, Mrs. Regent?
No, I don't. I'm afraid...
Ah, you are afraid. But you must not fear. Look. Look at the picture.
It is Naji.
Seated on Lemuria's golden throne with the symbol of eternal life beside her upon the golden scepter.
Oh, but how evil it seems. Beatrice, what is that awful thing?
Look at the picture, Mrs. Regent. Look. And know there is no one but you who can save your brother. Chandu must not interfere with the law of Lemuria. Look.
And there you have it, from May 26, 1933, an episode of the syndicated Chandu the Magician. We thank you for joining us on this edition of Classic Radio Theater. You can find the webpage, classicradio.stream. There at our webpage, classicradio.stream, you can stream our Classic Radio Theater podcast, learn more about classic radio collecting, and contact me directly, classicradio.stream. You can also find our podcasts anywhere fine podcasts are served, iTunes, Spreaker, the iHeartRadio app, even Spotify. All you have to do is search for USA Classic Radio Theater. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Wyatt Cox. Thanks for listening. Thank this station, support the advertisers, and tell a friend. The great radio shows are back. Classic Radio Theater right here on your favorite station and the USA Radio Network.